They ain't see us coming till we hopped up on the stage. Now the fan base jumping like we dunking NBA. Now I got something else to say. Intellectual convo, sprinkle with some game. That ain't every day. Plus Peasy got them jokes. You know that nigga always playing. That's nice, yo, homie a G. He from the hood, plus he speak like he got a degree. The guard, he a battling beast. Supreme knowledge and equality to round up the team. 4 dudes from the dirt with our eyes on the goal. Took coal, applied pressure, and made it a diamond throne.
So that did it for you.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna start firing on niggas. Look, I don't know how to tell good jokes. I'm not a jokester, nigga. I shoot from the hip, so I hope y'all can take this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I can take it.
My jokes be having a little bit of facts to them, so just make sure y'all prepared.
Chop said, "Do I look like Elmo, motherfucker?"
Yo, for real.
Kinda.
Do I entertain you, motherfucker? Do I amuse you, nigga?
Am I here for your amusement?
Straight up, nigga.
Clown. I amuse you.
Do I got a fucking shiny red nose?
I could take it like I could dish it though. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so
that shit don't bother me.
You don't.
You gotta have tough skin out here, man.
Why not?
That's my job. That's what I get paid for.
Yeah, X be disrespectful. We be all up in boys' faces with the finger and all that.
Yeah, fuck all that. You gotta let them know what time.
I couldn't believe that. You was boy last week in New York. You had the hoodie on. You was all up in there.
Yeah,
you was just looking down.
Yeah, I let them know what time it was.
X be all up in his face like.
Fuck his face. That nigga was hitting him in his chest like, see you?
I had to let them know what time
You
it
was
was.
a young nigga. I was like, God damn, nigga. That's why I can't do that battle rap. I would never be able to do that shit, bro.
He was talking crazy on the internet, man.
So we understand why motherfuckers be getting swung on, man.
No bullshit.
Yeah, it happens.
What be getting me is when dudes be all in your face. I'd be like, I know some of their breath stink.
Listen,
yo, I'd have to be like, yo,
that's why I stand up.
What about the spit? That shit hit your lip. Oh my God, I'll snap, nigga. I can't do it. Ain't no way, bro.
Yeah, I would have to tell dudes like, yo.
That's because I stand off to the side, like so. When you rap to my shoulder. You don't
Somebody
never rap
in my face and something hit me in my eye, nigga.
Nah.
Yeah,
right to
if you, that's the spit, the breath.
It's gonna sound like that song.
If somebody's shit was off, I'd really have to tell them, like, yo, you're gonna have to back up, bro.
Yeah.
Your shit is, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And that's when a nigga gonna get closer, right?
Nah, but
and then I'm hooking off.
Yeah,
hey, man.
I can't do it.
It's that temperament, but that back end keep you from hooking off. You got, I've hit this nigga and lose 10 bands. Nah, I'm cool.
Right. See, that's why it's a skill set now.
Yeah,
that back end keep you from.
It should be a rule though. Dudes can't come up in here with. Shitty breath. Like, you know how porno stars got to get checked for like diseases and shit. We gotta make sure you get checked like every 6 months. Get a cleaning.
It really depends on the.
You can't. That shit.
I
couldn't do it. Y'all throw up.
It depends on the
like shit. I'm gonna throw up.
The artist though. Like when you battle, it depends on who you battling. Like a lot of times niggas call each other on the phone. Yo, listen, man, don't give me my space or whatever the case may be. How long you around? Like,
I respect that.
Even Arsenal's disrespect don't really be disrespect. He be calling niggas tapping in, yo, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? And they tell him. That's why when he talked to Mr. Fab said, well, talk about whatever you want, nigga. That's when he started dissing his dead parents and all that shit. Arsenal told him, like, yo, I got some shit. And Fab was like, nigga, go ahead. But a lot of times you had them conversations beforehand. And it depends on who you're battling, really. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Yeah, cause that shit can get crazy. Some niggas do go overboard with that shit.
Nah, more power to you, bro. I respect the craft, man.
Appreciate it.
I definitely respect the craft you go in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't no rapper, you know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't no rapper.
Nah, that's not true.
I mean, you nice to me, B. You got some balls.
You do what you're supposed to do.
What's up, nigga?
At me?
What's up, nigga? What's up, nigga?
I'm just quiet. I'm pleading the fifth.
Do what you're supposed to do.
Fire intro chops. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Intro is definitely fire.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
He
sir.
never gonna let me live it down because
Nah.
You know what I'm saying, them tracks he said was trash.
Yeah.
Same way the Yeah. I'm saying because the same logic I applied to his music is the same logic he applied to that audio on that episode one time, and he was like, "That shit's fucking trash, y'all."
Ended up being a whole fire
Overlooked the
episode.
content and everything, and said it's fucking trash. And I said exactly how I viewed the songs too.
No, that's not. See, yo, you just be mixing shit up, bro.
What's the logic I applied?
I said, yo, the fucking episode was fucking fire, bro.
That's not what you said, Jock.
Said that shit was trash. Thank you.
I said the episode.
The word trash came out your mouth.
We gotta dump it. I don't know. We might have to do it over. That's what you said, my G.
Nah, that's exactly what I said. I said you can't hear it.
That shit.
Yeah.
Bro, me and XL was sitting in the fucking basement.
Yeah,
nigga.
go ahead and say it. Nice, 'cause you know you want to say something. Cause
Shout out to Matthias too again. Magic Man.
Bullshit.
That shit just sounds
Cloak and
vaguely
Dagger.
familiar to what I was saying, but all right.
Shout out to Cloak and Dagger again. They held it down like they always do.
Yeah, shout out
You
to
didn't add the
Matthias.
extra details.
And when you hear that, you sound fire. Shout out to Cloak and Dagger again.
Definitely shout out to Cloak and Dagger because he saved that audio on that last episode,
100%.
yo.
Yeah.
Like that was we had a little
mix up.
Shouts already had it halfway down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Matthias came through and pulled that bitch out. Like, whoa.
I was like, yo, if motherfuckers can save it, then save it. But the way I'm listening, looking at this shit, it's just a lost cause, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, but you know how I moved too. As soon as I heard it, I was just like, nope, I ain't even listening no further. I'm straight. Like, we could trash that shit. And the way that he saved it, once XL sent that, yo, I think dude might have saved it. Oh shit! I listened to it. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah.
That audio sound good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it is what it is, though, man. You know what I'm saying. Get into introduce.
Growing pains of a podcaster.
Let's introduce this motherfucker because we've been rambling for a minute. I'm pretty sure we're recording by now, right?
Yeah, we on, I believe.
Yeah, we on.
We've been recording?
We on.
Yeah, we've been 6 minutes in?
Yeah.
We've been recording. Oh, yeah, that's what you meant by the... Oh, I thought you were saying, hurry up, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's kind of like a universal thing. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker be like...
Means we rolling.
McFly. You know what I'm saying?
Rolling. Speed.
Got you.
Oh, okay. Sometimes, I'm looking at a motherfucker, I'm going, get to the point.
Wrap that up.
People like, I wonder... like, he's over here like, yo, I wonder what that means.
Yeah, when he's like, I'm like, what's he saying to get to the... I'm trying in my head, like, what the fuck point am I supposed to get to right now, yo? Rules in the back. I'm like, am I supposed to be making a point right now? All right, listen to this podcast. We recording right there. Six minutes.
Put the Grammy music on when you accept the award acceptance music. Wrap that up.
That's right.
Wrap that up, yo.
Yeah, word.
I mean, man. Well, Pete, man, come on, man. Your usual. Take us up into this motherfucker, man.
Well, I'm peasy.
And I'm nice.
Chopper 038.
You already know XL in the building.
The Driving Dome Podcast.
Well, see, that's the buddy system.
Trust system.
The buddy
working.
system, right?
It works every
we going
time.
silent, right? But on the audio, it's gonna sound fire because it's like
fire.
it really wasn't a dead spot.
Every time.
Because Fingerman Los was like, it's the diamond.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Los. Shout out to Rupert.
Shout out to Rupert in the back.
Finger pop Los.
Bros
the
in
most.
the back. Shout out Anawan Studio. Dead ass though. Shout out Anawan Studios. Shout out Los in the back, man.
Anawan.
Coming through with the editing, the mixing, everything, man. Shout out to them, man. Y'all
Putting together them clips.
Yeah. If you want any type of production, you know what I'm saying, you can get it from them, man. Just know you're gonna have to pay like you weigh, man. If you want everything they provide, you're gonna have to pay like you weigh. You're gonna have to pay for manpower, you're gonna have to pay for every little thing you gotta pay for when it comes to that. So if you are not financially equipped for that, then what you do is you bring your own fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
You set it up.
And you set it up.
You record that motherfucking shit yourself.
Because Rue don't play around. Rui don't play around, man. And you got to respect it. This is
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? My man
After working with the throne, he's going to be like, yesterday's price.
It's not today's price. You heard?
Ain't that right, Rupert?
No.
Shout out Joey Crack.
Shout out.
But shout out, for real, shout out Anawan Studio, bro.
For real.
Appreciate you, bro.
Definitely appreciate you, bro.
Everything y'all see here, this studio right here, this is Anawan Studios, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But shout out to me, because I did all the aesthetics and shit. Don't get that fucked up. Don't get that fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like, I got a skill for this. Interior decorator type shit. I could possibly be a potential producer one day.
Yeah, I just let him go off. Let him get his shit off.
I
let him
be a
do his
potential
thing.
producer one day, yo. Come on, dog. I be knowing how the audio should sound. I should know how the video should look. I don't know everything, but I could be like, yo, why does that look off? Put it more in the middle of the screen. Lower it a little bit, yo. It's a little too bright.
No bullshit, though. But on Dogs, when we was at the other spot, when it was just me and him, he learned everything.
Yeah.
He sat there and just got to it. You know what I mean?
Basic shit.
Basic shit. You
See,
know what I'm saying?
y'all ain't realize that motherfucking for damn near a year. The nigga had cataracts and shit. He couldn't see.
Yeah, he was always doing this
Shout
shit.
out to the specs. You know what I'm saying?
Knowledgeable, nice in the building. You heard?
He was always squinting his eyes.
He
I thought he was just angry all the time when he was squinting his eyes.
The nigga need to focus the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know how many times I was on the video and I'm squinting my eyes and somebody goes, "Yo, nice. Can you see?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I can see." Well, you keep squinting your eyes. I'm like, I can see.
I can see what you mean by that.
Oh,
I can't see further than 5 feet in front of me and shit, but I can see. But I'm not blind. Like, I'm nearsighted, so like I can see clearly if it's up on me. Like I can drive without glasses and shit. I don't need glasses to drive or whatever. But technically, in order to get, you know how they make you
do the eye test.
The eye test, I couldn't pass the eye exam, and that just recently happened. So I was like, fuck it, I got to get some specs again, man. But I don't like the specs. I'm about to get the
my dog knowledgeable, nice in the building.
Sophisticated specs right there.
I was gonna come through fly because Rui had made that comment in the group chat. I was gonna come through super fresh. You know what I'm saying, I was gonna come through super fresh. You luck. I was about to come through, y'all. I was gonna come through. In the picture, that was a polo blazer, just with a regular white turtleneck, and then I had these slacks on that I paid. You know the story about the slacks, P.
You already know
what I'm saying? Chops, you know the story. Dude played me, so I wear them motherfuckers every chance I get. Every time I got to go out, I throw them shits on. I get my money's worth out them bitches. I was only expecting to pay about $1.30 for them bitches. I got them hemmed up, and the dude rung me up, and he was like, "That'll be $560, you sucker."
Man.
Shout out to Sax.
Fucking sucker. I had people behind me, so I didn't want to look crazy and be like, I bought them shits. Right. You guys, I bought them. I was like, I'm out to wear these motherfuckers every chance I get.
Right.
So every time we go out, my wife be like, "What you wearing, babe?" "Bitch, you know what I'm wearing."
You know. These.
Hey, you know what I'm wearing. Go get
these. Go get the slacks.
Go get the slacks.
Go get
500 joints.
Make sure they press.
500 joints.
Go get the 500 joints. You know, don't even.
You know what it was is I didn't know the name brand, right? So when I seen them, it wasn't like it wasn't like the everyday brands that everybody knows, like Louis, Gucci, Balenciaga, right? Like I didn't know. It was probably like a popular brand over in like Europe, a high-end brand that I just never heard of.
That cloth must feel fantastic for $500.
It does. No, I'm saying they fit well and everything like that. And I still to this day, I don't even know the name of it because I was just so mad that I paid what I paid for.
And you got them tailored too, though, right?
Yeah, I got them tailored. But I'm saying it's not that like I wouldn't buy something that expensive, but I'll be honest, when it comes to jeans, bro, like I'm not really big on spending too much on jeans, bro. I'll wear some Levi's. I don't got no problem wearing Levi's and shit like that because a lot of people, they don't really, a lot of jeans, like you wouldn't know right here if the jeans I had on right now were $1,000
or $30.
Yeah, some of Mary's or something from Ebelins. You really wouldn't know. Yeah, but if I had a shirt on that said a Mary or something like that, you're obviously gonna know because you know not all of them have their name on the jeans. So I'm not too big on always wearing designer jeans. I mean, so that's why I was like, well, fuck it. I just wanted some slacks. I was in the store. I was just like, I just want some certain slacks, and the ones I looked at, they didn't have any more in my size. So I said, oh, ones like this, similar to this, like around here, and he went and grabbed me.
He gave you the joints,
whatever it was. You know what I'm saying?
Got him.
Anyways,
that's what he said when he seen you.
Yeah, he sure did, because they get commission off of what they sell. So I was like, all right, bro, you got
1,000%.
You got that. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, what we got today? What we got? Let's go.
Update on Tyree Nichols, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think
the last time we spoke about it, the video didn't come out yet.
Yeah, man. It's a sad situation.
How'd you feel when you saw the video, though?
I was like, yo, this is personal. This isn't no resisting arrest.
No,
wrong.
Hold on. Not about what you think the video, like it was personal. I'm saying, how did it make you feel watching the video?
Like I was watching somebody beat somebody's ass that had a personal problem with somebody. Like I watched somebody get jumped. They didn't even get jumped because the man didn't even fight back.
I felt sad, bro. I was watching that shit. I'm like, damn, bro.
Like, start kicking him in the face.
It's like, you know, like when you see like two dudes fighting and the motherfucker hit the ground and then he just go over them. The motherfucker just go over there, just start stomping them out. Like that's how I felt watching that. Like dag, like all it ain't necessary. You already lost. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the fact that they was holding them, like holding them up, and they just hooking off on him, just teeing off on him, it just made me feel like it's so unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? It was just like one of them situations where I was just like, damn, and it's the police is doing it. I ain't understand that at all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Usually when them body cam videos come out in a situation like that, it's sort of like the similar scenario in each video. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like somebody's resisting arrest and then they're trying to restrain them and it goes wrong. It just gets physical. This one wasn't really like that though. You know what I mean? He didn't really show too much restraint.
All right.
It just seemed like he was just getting his ass whooped, man.
Yeah, that shit was sad. I felt like Chops. I felt sad, you know what I'm saying? I also felt angry because it was like, yo, I've had all my people, you know what I'm saying, have interactions with police, you know what I'm saying? So that could have been any one of them because it was a traffic stop. It's always them traffic stops where it goes wicked. At least in the last couple, years, we've seen where police have gotten out of control. So it's just like, yo, that could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Common now.
And then the way, like the way it was going down, them holding them up and all of that made it like, I was like, I felt sad. Then I felt angry. Like, y'all, that's some bitch ass shit. Like, y'all, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Son can't fight back. You got cats holding him, whatever the case may be.
Have any of y'all been a victim of police brutality?
I got slammed. I got beat up once, but I got slammed because I ran. The cop met me around the corner, slammed me, roughed me up, but not like that. I definitely got slammed on my face.
I get posted. I'm a yes sir, no sir.
He definitely would have been in the house.
Yes sir, yes sir, no sir.
He'd have been in the house.
Yeah,
you want my license registration, sir? Here you go, sir.
I booked it. That was it, though.
I'm one of those.
Nah, you know what's crazy?
Been like, no! Samuel L. and Django. No! And we'd have looked at P like, you motherfucker. He'd have been like,
Nah, you know what's crazy? Like, my run-ins with the police, like, listen, I learned all my manners real quick.
Right.
Because I'm not even trying to get in no situation like that. My only real situation I could say that where, like, I kind of got messed around was, they had threw me on the ground, and I remember it was, like, mad icy out, and, like, they was pushing my face, like, into the ice, and the ice on the ground was like cutting my face up.
So what started that though?
So me and my man was in the car. He ended up just basically serving an undercover, and like they pulled up on us and hopped out, and he just punched the gas. And as soon as he punched the gas, they was after us. It was already set up. They start coming down the one ways and everything.
Oh, yeah, so they was mad. So that's the reason.
Yeah, they was pissed off.
That's the reason why they did all that.
He hit a bunch of cars and ran into a pole, and they yanked us out the car. And like it was just they fucked my man up though. Like I was chilling. I was like, look, man, look, I don't want no problem. They was still fucking me up.
Yes, sir, no. Yes, sir, no, sir.
They fucked him up. Like they fucked him up for real because he was driving. And she was just, you know what I mean? Like I don't play around when it comes to police. I remember one time this lady, female officer, was like, it was like after some shit had happened, and like I just remember her pulling her gun out, and she was like, get down on the ground. And I'm on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the ground. And she's like, get down on the ground. I'm like, I'm already on the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And her hand is shaking.
Oh, yeah, she was nervous.
Yo, and the barrel of that gun looked like it was about this big. Mm-hmm. And I was like, only thing I could think about was like, yo, she's about to shoot me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, look, I'm not doing nothing. I'm following your orders. Just please don't shoot me. Look, I'm cooperating. Whatever you need me to do. You know what I'm saying? And you know, obviously I'm here, so, you know what I mean? She didn't shoot my ass, but that was like one of them times where I definitely thought that the police was going to get me up out of here.
I'll tell you like this. For me, when I watched the video, I wasn't focusing on whether or not it was personal. I was putting myself in his shoes because I was imagining what he was thinking in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, these cops are beating the shit out of me, you know what I'm saying? And I've been there before. You know, and it was, I've been through a lot of shit, right? We've all been through a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the scariest moments of my life on more than one occasion, right? Long story short, I ran from a cop one time, and when I decided to give myself up, I tried to just lay down and cooperate, like, yo, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fighting, I'm not being combative. And this motherfucker ran over, and he was big, bro. He was probably about your size, and I was only like, I was 19 or 20. I was like 20 years old at the time. I was probably about $135 at most. Mm-hmm. And he came over, he put his knee on my back, bro, and he started choking me. Mm-hmm. Legit choking me. And he was talking crazy shit like, you little motherfucker, I should fucking kill you, you little motherfucker. And I was, yo, bro, I was already winded like crazy because I had ran, you know what I'm saying? I'm smoking weed at the time. Like, I was in no condition to be running the amount of however far I ran anyway. So like, that was like the reason why I gave up, because I basically gassed out and I didn't burn him and I couldn't shake him. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna just lay up on this person's yard in the grass, and I'm just gonna let him take me in. Mm-hmm. And that's not what happened, you know what I'm saying? And he started choking me, dog. And at that moment, I was really scared, like, yo, this dude's about to kill me, yo. You know what I'm saying? That was just one instance. And then there was another time where, you know, long story short, I don't want to get too many deep, but long story short, another time, I got arrested for basically being at the wrong place, wrong time. Police was chasing somebody. They didn't catch them, but they came back to the hood. They saw me outside the store, and they was like, where the fuck you going? And I'm just coming from the store. I'm about to go home. Dude locked me up. He was like, nah, you trespassing. He locked me up. So me and my man, right? He locked my man up too. So we in the car, and we driving, right? And while we was in the car, my man kept saying, we didn't even do shit, B. What's wrong with you? And he kept saying, my name's not B, right? And my man goes, on some dickhead shit, because he's mad they locking us up for no reason. He goes, well, I don't know your name, B. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to call you B because you locking us up for no reason, B. I don't know your fucking, he be, you know, but being again. Anyways, they pulled over. The cop got out the car, right? The passenger, dude that was the passenger. He got out the car. He opens my door. And he goes, oh, you just don't know when to shut the fuck up. Mind you, I ain't even the one talking. Yeah. My man's the one talking. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, I ain't even the one saying shit. Yo, he just closed fist, punched me, bang, hit me. Right there, like I was scared too, because I didn't know if he was going to take it to a further extent. So he punched me in my face. I'm saying, I go to the station where I got marked on my shit. That was another time. And then the worst time was when I had caught a case, right? I was in the hood, whatever, and because of that trespassing shit, the police was in the area, whatever. I never had a stay away order at the neighborhood store, right? Like, I was cool with those people, but the police know how they do it. They lock you up one time. If we see you around here, we'll lock you up again. Long story short, again, they came, they locked me up. This time, they found some shit on me. They found a gun on me, but when they approached me, I just put my hands up, bro, because I couldn't go nowhere. I seen that they had police set up in different areas or whatever, so I couldn't run. I didn't want to do nothing. I knew I had a pistol on me. I was like, damn, I don't want to do nothing. Like, they got me, basically. No. So I try to just, you got me. They search me. Dude, what's this, whatever. He goes in, he finds the pistol, and immediately, bro, he just fucking takes me, slams me to the ground, slams my man's father to the ground, my man L, and bro, they just start fucking me up. Fucking me up. They pulled my pants down to my ankles. They ripped my boots off, bro, threw them across the parking lot. They was fucking me up. And in that moment, right, I was petrified. I was like, oh shit, like, they really might kill me. And what I knew was, if they do kill me, right, they're going to lie about how this whole event transpired. They're going to say that I did some crazy shit. I reached for a gun. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they're going to make it out like they were the victims and they would just try and make it home that night. You know what I mean? And in the public eye, because I had a record and things of that nature, they're going to believe it. They'll swallow it up, and the cops know that. So I say all of that to say, like, when I was watching that video, it brought me back to when I had suffered some kind of abuse at the hands of police, and I was scared, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, I'm sure he was petrified when he was just, yo, I'm just trying to make it home. I'm just trying to go home. And then he was screaming for his mom. Yo, ma, like, I know what that felt like. Yeah, I wasn't screaming for my mother. I knew my mother couldn't hear me, but like there were people that were watching them do what they were doing to me.
He was like 3 houses from his mother's house.
Yeah, he was close to his house.
Right.
And I was, and I had people that were there, and I remember there was this one girl that was just screaming at these cops, like, "Stop doing that to him! What are you doing that to him for? Stop!" And I remember just being like, "Yo, like, am I gonna die? These cops gonna keep fucking me up to the point where I might die?" Mm-hmm. And like I said, when I watched the video, it was, I don't know, man. It just made me be like, damn, I was I could only imagine how petrified, how scared he was in the moment, being helpless, knowing there's nothing he can do, yo. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing he could do right now. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like it kind of brought back things that I've been through with police.
It's triggering.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was hard to watch. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to watch because
I couldn't watch
all those failings that I went through, you know what I'm saying, came back to me. It came back to me. And I just was shaking my head, man, because
I've been
like,
smacked by police
cops,
a few times,
man.
but I don't really look at it as like, brutality though. What would you call that brutality?
Yeah.
But it is though, dog.
It is.
You're not supposed to put the hands
Because you know why?
Unless you
happy to get away with just a smack. And that's how your mind is trained. Like, like if they don't fuck you up or kill you, if you get away with a smack, it's like
smack,
like word. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When I said when they pulled his pants down, because they did that to me before, but I was, granted, it was in the middle of a drug raid, and I was, shit was going down, and they pulled my shit down. I ain't got nothing. And dude just said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got it.
That's just illegal too. I didn't know that. Yeah. But like, yo, I've been in a raid and they made a motherfucker get butt naked. You know what I'm saying?
Straight, man.
Yo, shit crazy and it's just illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just wild, man. Like,
how do y'all feel about the fact that it was 5 black cops that did it to a black kid?
They blew once he put that badge on. That's the way I see it.
That's a fact.
He chose up. You know what I mean? He picked a side. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that, I think that's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I also think that all skin folk ain't your kinfolk, man. Like, just because you same color as me, you can, if it was a person, like, I look at them dudes. I looked at every one of them. And for me, it's a thing where I like to see the face of people. And them dudes look like they was in the hood scared. Like, those type of dudes. Like, they don't look like when I looked at them, I'm like, yo, these niggas look like they got picked on.
They definitely.
That's how I feel.
Facts. They definitely painted Demetrius dude as the ringleader, though.
Yeah, like they got picked on in school because a lot of them be like that. They get picked on in school. They not the cool kids. They get that badge and they instantly become the cool kid, or they want to pick on the people, bully the people that bully them. You know what I mean? So, like, it sucks. But once you blew, but here's the thing about that. I will say, they got them black cops out of here faster than they would any of the white cops.
I don't know, because Derek Chauvin was charged 4 days later, bro.
I understand, but
and had $1 million bail on him.
But he got out, and
they took 3 weeks to charge them, even though they had the video, and they gave them all they charged $250,000 bail, $350,000 bail. I feel like
now in 2000, they're on paid leave, right? But hold on, paid leave.
Huh? I don't know what leave they on.
No,
I don't know what leave they on. I know
they got fired. They got fired. They got fired. What I'm saying is, I understand your sentiment. I understand your sentiment because given the history, I understand your sentiment. But I will say that to a certain extent, they starting to move a little bit more swift on these cops, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
They're not letting them get away with as much as they used to. Like, and that's the thing that I had seen somebody pointed out. They were like, because they were black, they got charged quick. And I was like, damn, you know what? Let me look up. I'm curious now, like, how fast did Derek Chauvin get charged, or some of these other cops? You know what I'm saying? And I looked it up. I said, oh shit, that dude Chauvin was charged quick. They took 4 days. They said, motherfucker, you charged. You know what I'm saying? That was swift. If that ain't swift, then
I think
you know what I mean. So it depends on what we're like. Yeah. What are we comparing it to? Are we comparing it today, or are you comparing it to like, okay, they charging them now, but back in the day, the white cops wouldn't have been charged so fast, and the black cops probably would have. Which if you say that,
Breonna Taylor, how long that process was.
Yeah, I think I think it's.
I think that was a little them circumstances were a little different because there was a lot of investigation that went on, and come to find out they falsified certain alleged evidence in order to secure a search warrant. Like that was some dirty shit that went on.
Like what they did the raid before the warrant even went through, right?
Yeah, but they lied about like certain information too in order to get a search warrant.
I think also with Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin, we watched him do that, and they burned Minnesota down. That's why they charged him so quick. I went to Minnesota. I was there.
Yeah, because that was recorded by regular people, and the footage was out there.
I went to Minnesota during that time, and when I tell you, Minnesota is all boarded up. Like the stores look like the floor. Like so, because Eric Gardner, the cop that choked him out, it took them about 8 months. Months for them to get him. Those 5. That yes, they are moving, but what I feel like they're gonna make an example out of those 5, and then tell the rest of us, see, we're moving on these cops now. And it's like,
I will say this though, this is one thing I noticed the difference between black folks and white folks when it comes to this. I didn't see no black people making excuses for what these cops did, bro. Right?
As far as
making excuses for them, like, oh, they're just cops, or you know what I mean, like white folks were making excuses for every kind of police brutality you see. You'll always find some kind of white folks that will try to find an angle to justify that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't personally, I haven't, and you know, I be looking to see like how people play both sides. I do.
Right.
I haven't seen any black folks making excuses for these motherfuckers, bro. I heard everyone I see is like, yeah, they wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? They
after
wrong
you watch
for
that
shit.
tape, ain't no excuse.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is white people watch Derek Chauvin, bro, and they'll say, well, he ain't the one that killed him. The fucking fentanyl killed him. It wasn't really him, even though the medical examiner, medical examiner ruled it a homicide, and they said that he basically died because of his knee on his back. So
now,
what I'm saying is, like,
could it be because of the status of the victim? Could it be that because Floyd was basically, quote unquote, known as a drug abuser?
Yeah, he was.
Tyree Nichols is kind of known as a hard worker.
But I also think,
I mean, it could have been. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the problem with.
And then media paints the picture of the victims all the time.
Because a lot of white folks, man, they just don't personalize police brutality, bro. So they try to make excuses for it when it happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? They make excuses for it, and they'll say, well, if he didn't run, or if he didn't resist, or if he just, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like that's not why them cops killed him, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's not why, you know, because them cops killed him because, number one, he being a black man, you're more likely to suffer the abuse at the hands of cops, bro. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. So whether you want to base it on population or crime, it really doesn't matter. Roland Fryer did a study. Black folks are just more likely to suffer some form of abuse by the hands of cops. Now, he did find that white folks or like a cop is no more likely to shoot a white person than a black person. But if you base it on population, then it appears that black folks get shot at least 2.5 times to 3 times the rate of white people. But that's based on population. Now, if you switch the benchmark to crime, that statistic switches, you know what I'm saying? Gotcha. But anyways, what is a known fact is whether a black person complies. So when you hear if they just complied, if they didn't run, if they didn't resist, right, then it would have been okay. No, that's false. Like Roland Fryer has even proved that that's false. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't like his study, especially when this shit happened with George Floyd. There was a lot of people trying to debunk his study, specifically a lot of liberals, because they didn't like what he found, you know. But the fact is whether a black person complies or doesn't comply, they're like 25% or 30% time or something like that more likely to still suffer physical non-deadly abuse by the hands of police officers, whether they're white, black, Spanish, or whatever the race of the cop is. They're still far more likely to suffer some kind of physical abuse from cops, bro. This is a fact.
And that's why motherfuckers run.
You know what I'm saying? And right. Like, and this is just a fact. You know what I mean? So whether that kid ran, he didn't ran, he was still more likely to suffer some kind of abuse from these cops. And like Chops just said, maybe that's why he ran. And you have to understand that. If I was black and I knew that, I just might be a little bit more likely to run from the cops than somebody that looks like me.
100%.
Absolutely. You know what else was a wild case? I don't know if y'all heard about the lady in Duxbury. Y'all heard about the case?
Clancy.
Yeah. She so like when I was looking at it, I'm like, damn, like I was trying to figure out if she was on drugs or something or like what was actually going on. But
Young, decent looking too.
Yeah, I guess they said that she was suffering from postpartum psychosis. At least that's what I was seeing.
That's what
on
they
the
believe
news.
it is.
Yeah,
Right.
But it was just crazy because I'm like when I'm watching what's going on the news, and they're like the state police was saying that it was like one of the hottest things for them to see,
the stomach,
Hell
right.
yeah.
And I was trying to figure out like
8 month old, fam. That's crazy.
yeah, I was
that's
because
wild.
let me give you a little background. So it was the 5-year-old, the 3-year-old, and the 7-month-old.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out like why was it so hard to watch, or like what was going on in there. So I guess what had actually happened was the mother. So I guess the father went out to go get some
pizza.
some pizza, and then the mother actually hung all 3 of the children.
No, 2 of them.
No.
She jumped out the window with the 7-month-old.
Oh,
She jumped out the window with the 7-month-old. The baby died and she lived.
yeah.
Yes, I went.
That's what it happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah, because I know that 2 of them they had whatever they was she had hung them, and I guess she had slit her wrists and her throat before she
did all that to the kids. She was definitely
before she jumped out the window.
Right? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she's paralyzed from the waist down. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
But like none of it had came out in the news, and I'm like damn, like like why, like what was going on? You know what I'm saying? But it actually made sense. But I guess the postpartum depression and psychosis and all that,
Right.
like it's a little more common than you think. Obviously, her situation was at a different level, but
I believe she had prior battles with mental health too.
Right.
oh yeah,
She was institutionalized not too long ago before this happened. She just came home.
oh, all right,
Yeah,
but
been battling something up there.
yeah, so it kind of made me like just look up a few things that had to do with postpartum pregnancy, because I was wondering how common it was, and I guess they were saying that like a lot of women end up having like the baby blues, which is it usually happens within like the first few days or weeks after giving birth.
Right.
The signs include like moodiness and crying spells, lack of sleep or focus, but if symptoms last more than 2 weeks, it becomes postpartum depression.
Gotcha.
Saying like a mother could feel anxious, irritable, or angry. She may feel overwhelmed or racked with guilt. And women often feel like a failure as a parent and may be incapable of taking care of the baby. I know that, I got 3 kids. We all got kids up here. And it's crazy because you see certain signs of certain things, after women have kids, they got their bodies changing, the chemical imbalances, and sleep is nice depending on whether the baby's sleeping. I know you kind of be going through a little something.
Hell yeah. Look at him.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so
I'm going through it now.
yeah, I know you was telling me you was like, yo, you ain't been getting no sleep.
Yeah.
Wifey ain't getting no sleep.
I was curious to know like what causes the postpartum depression, because I wasn't too familiar, but I always heard something about a hormonal imbalance or something that occurs when a woman gives birth to a kid, right? It does something to their hormones, right? And I'm not like too familiar with it, but I know it creates some type of hormonal imbalance that does something to a woman's psyche, basically, and it can put them into a severe case of depression. Now, I don't want to say too much more than that because I'm not too educated on the topic, but seeing this situation right here, if it was due to postpartum depression, then it's something for me that I needed to really pay attention to because I just had a kid. You know what I mean? So I gotta educate myself and make sure that my wife is okay.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Sometimes we deal with women and,
Give me that yak.
you know, a woman could randomly be crying, right? And you could just say, yo, why are you crying for? You know what I mean? What's going on?
She'd be like, I don't know.
I don't know, right?
Don't post it.
Or they don't want to tell you why. They give you the sign.
They know, they just don't want to say.
But you have to pay close attention, clearly.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If a woman does something like that after giving birth, because obviously those are signs of what's postpartum depression or whatever. And seeing this case right here, like shit, you know, I don't know if the husband, I'm sure he probably was like, I would have never, I could have never seen my wife doing this to these kids.
Yeah.
Right? Clearly he was blindsided. He didn't see that coming.
I don't think he knew that, but I say that to say, like, you got to be observant, because if he didn't think his wife could do it, then I think the next man, you may not think your wife could do it.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? So be observant. You know what I mean? Because women suffer changes in their body physically, right? Right. Physically, their body changes, and they may not like the way they look after pregnancy, and their hormones are off.
Yeah.
So that's another thing you have to pay attention to as a man, to make sure that your significant other is okay, man, because it could end up like what we just seen here. And I don't want to say for 100% that it was due to postpartum depression, because I don't know yet, and I don't think anybody really knows. I know
that's what the news. That's
what they're alluding to.
Kinda
You know what I mean?
Right.
But let's just say it is for the sake of the conversation. You know what I mean? Because it's important to bring awareness to it.
So they organize the symptoms into 3 types. One is depressive, one is manic, and one is atypical mix. So the depressive symptoms of PPP, postpartum psychosis, is the most common. It makes up for about 41% of the cases. It also is the most dangerous. Research shows that depressive symptoms and psychosis are almost always a factor in cases that involve self-harm or harm to a child, especially hallucinations or delusions that command a person to harm their child or themselves. The rate of harm to a child is about 4.5% with this subtype, about 4 or 5 times greater than any other subtypes. That rate of dying by suicide is about 5%. So that's kind of what we would assume she was going through. It says that signs of this are anxiety or panic, delusions and hallucinations, depression, feelings of guilt, loss of appetite, loss of enjoyment related to the things that they usually enjoy, thoughts of self-harm, suicide, or of harming their child. And then you also have manic symptoms, which affects about 34% of the cases. They deal with agitation or irritability, disruptive or aggressive behavior, talking more faster than usual for both, needing less sleep, delusions of greatness or importance, such as believing a child to be a holy or religious figure. And like, while I'm reading this, right?
That shit sound crazy.
Yo, it sounds crazy because I'm like it's, you don't really, like, you just say, like, just like you just say, yeah, like, yo, that shit sound crazy, or yo, dude's crazy, or she's crazy, but it's all different.
Yeah, because it'll have you thinking, it said talking faster than usual, right? I just think that my shorty started researching some shit before she brought it up and was just banging them shits off. Because it. And I'm like, oh shit, she's well informed.
Yeah.
I might really think some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like if she said some shit like the think your child is a religious figure, then I might be like, I wouldn't think postpartum depression. I think she's on some type of drugs. Like this baby's the chosen one. I'd be like, whoa.
Did you take
Slow
Adderall?
it down.
Right.
Did you take Adderall?
Nah.
Right. What the fuck is wrong with you? The chosen one. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's good that you bring that up because I would never have ever thought because I'd have been on the phone with y'all in group chat like, yo, man, my girl talking about we got baby Jesus.
Got baby Jesus. Yeah, come.
Something ain't right.
Help me.
You know, we'd have been probably clowning like, yo, your girl on drugs or something. What the fuck?
Like, you're not thinking that there's a serious
that's a
situation.
severe sign of postpartum depression.
I think even with that, like we were saying, like women when they do carry children, they go through a lot. Like everything doubles.
A lot.
So they got double the hormones, double the and depression. I don't know if anybody over here been depressed before. I have.
I know I suffer from it. I haven't been clinically diagnosed, but I know I suffer from it.
I've been diagnosed with that, and you know what I'm saying? I had to sit with people and all that. Depression, you can't talk yourself out of it.
No, you can't.
Like when it's on you, it's on you.
It's heavy.
So it's like, and on top of that, like they just had, like you said, their bodies changed. So they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Do he want me still? Do certain things? I haven't dealt with it personally, but I know people that have had situations where I think it was like one of my cousins or something. His wife was going through it bad, and he had to like take the baby and bring it to his mom's crib because she was like mad at the baby, like you ruined my. But then she calmed down. But it was just part of how she reacted to the situation. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just about as a man, about being observant. You know what I mean? You just gotta look and see, notice any change. And be like, you all right? You good? You know what I'm saying? Like just try to be on it because you never know what it could be.
When I just my wife just gave birth, and when I say my wife, like I'm not married, but like you know I ain't religious, so like she's like what Meth said. You don't need a ring to be my wife.
Yeah, we know what it
whatever.
is.
Exactly. So that's still my wife. And yo, I remember
you didn't have to explain, by the way.
Nah, but some people would think, oh, you're married, like there ain't no ring, like, but nah, but like I'm, you know what I mean? I don't adhere to certain shit that some people adhere to. Like, I'm still married. In my eyes, I'm married.
You gotta
that's my wife.
That's your wife, 100%.
Anyways, when she was going through like the pregnancy, bro, I would be like, damn, like she would be waking up multiple times throughout the night to use the bathroom. She was always dehydrated where she felt like she had to. Yo, my wife was drinking, I'm saying realistically, bro, like a gallon of water a day, and she'd be like, I'm still thirsty.
The baby was up in there with her foot on her bladder.
That's what I'm trying to say, though.
That's what I'm trying to say. Down that bladder.
8 pounds, 11 ounces.
Right. But like during all of that, I used to be sleeping at night, but I'm a sensitive sleeper because of prison and things like that. Any little noise, I wake up. But I would hear her obviously get up numerous times throughout the night. And I used to be like, babe, I know you're tired. Like, I must have heard you get up 6 times last night, at least.
Right. Yeah.
At least. You know what I'm saying? And it might have even been more than that. But being observant of those type of things, like, it made, at least for me, it made me empathize and be like, yo, I'm happy that I don't get pregnant. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit just seems like, as much joy as it brings a woman, I commend y'all because that seems like a lot of bullshit you gotta go through to carry this child on top of the possible complications that come with it. You know, with carrying the child and possibly losing it, that could fuck you up psychologically. But then giving birth, whether it's vaginal or a C-section, the possibility of dying, etc., to give birth to this child is also a risk. And it's like, I'm just thankful that,
operation.
Like
I
I'm
was just about to say that.
I don't get
they risk their lives giving birth. Like it's not a guarantee that they're gonna come out the other side of that every time they go give birth. Anything could happen. So, like you said, man, I'm grateful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, mom. Shout out. You know what I mean? All
Shout out my love. Shout out every women. Shout out my baby mamas.
Y'all the strongest.
Y'all ever been in the room when your shorty
Every
was
single one of my
time,
kids, I was there.
Yep. I was
I
there.
cut umbilical cords, all that.
Yeah.
My last one, my baby Alana, she was a C-section. That was my first C-section.
I wasn't there for
Other kids
my
is all
first
natural.
two children. I mean, no. My first child, I was there, but I wasn't in the room when she had to give C-section because she tried it vaginally, but the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck, and his heartbeat was slowing down, so they had to do an emergency C-section, and they took her in. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think her sister went with her.
Right.
But my daughter, unfortunately, I wasn't there. I was incarcerated. And this time around, my newest daughter, I was there. I was in the room when they did the C-section. And
you sit by her, like rubbing her head and all that?
Yeah. Like, as much as I have trust and faith in science and the medical, they're like, it was still nerve-wracking for me to be there knowing that my shorty's cut open right now. She's losing blood. And they trying to take my daughter out, and I'm like paying attention to the
anesthesiologist, whatever the fuck he said. You know what I'm talking about? The anesthesia dude. Yo, because that was the problem with mine, is because Money was on his phone the whole time. And I'm like, dog, ain't you supposed to be paying attention to what's going on?
Yeah, he is.
I kept looking at him like, what you doing, man?
He is, because my anesthesiologist for my shorty, bro, she was like on a computer the whole time, looking at everything, typing things in, looking back. And then when a noise would go off, she'd go over to some machine and she'd adjust whatever this needed to be adjusted and give her more of this medicine and this. And she'd be like,
yo, look like you doing something.
Look like you doing something, B. I ain't feeling you right now. Now, my man was pulling out his jack. He wasn't on the computer.
Look like you doing
but he was texting the shorty, like, what you doing? I'm about to drop this baby. I'm out of here in 30 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you wearing tonight?
Yeah, see, I
was on some shit like that. I'm like, bro.
Right.
Yo, pay attention, man.
Yeah, I would have been upset.
You know, it's crazy because
it's scary.
It's scary
because you're like, my shorty, you know.
And then on the other side of that tent, her shit cut open. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, somebody could appear to be doing fine, right? And in a split second, they can go from being fine to their eyes rolling in the back of their head, and next thing you know, they still gotta extract this baby, and then they gotta save your woman's life at the same time. So while they're taking the baby out, you know, they trying to save your woman's life. They trying to do two things at once, bro. And just common sense would tell you, when you're in that room at the same time, you're like, oh shit. If she was to die right now, or complications occurred, you can understand that this would be hard as fuck to save her, get the baby out, sew her up, stop the bleeding, or whatever. There's so many things that probably got to be done. So for me, I'm sitting there and I was just nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's nerve-wracking.
You know, I kept saying to her, "You okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm good, babe. I'm good. I'm like, "You sure you okay?" Because as she's laying there, she's getting tugged, and I see her body getting. I'm like, "Yo, you good?
She don't feel nothing though.
Yeah, she don't feel nothing.
That's what the anesthesiologist is for.
She don't feel nothing. But like, I'm seeing, it was just, I don't know, man. And I appreciate. I'm gonna let you get to your thing. All I want to say is, like, I appreciate the fact that I don't have to give birth.
100%.
So when my last daughter, right? When my wife had her, like the anesthesiologist, you know, they put the needle. What's the shit called again?
Epidural.
Yeah, they gave it an epidural.
That's another.
The joint slipped out. Back. You know what I'm saying? So they had to put it back in. Slipped out again. Like, they ended up poking her like 6 times. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up having my daughter. Everything was fine, and then like a day or two later, my wife started having like crazy complications, and like she was getting like these massive migraine headaches, and then like the shit started getting so bad that like she couldn't see. Like, we're in the hospital. Like, mind you, I was there for my other 2 kids.
Did she lose a lot of blood or no?
Nah. It was like, honestly, like, they don't know what caused it. You know, if you ask me, I think it was the epidurals. I think that they shot her up too many times, and whatever it ended up affecting like her, you know, the spine and the nerves and all that. But like she couldn't see. Like, I remember the doctor came in. You know what I'm saying, and she was saying like, I can't see you. Like, her aunts are talking to her, and she's just laid up. Mind you, just the longest we've been in the hospital. Like I said, I've been there for the other 2. So like, it got to a point where like I stopped blitzing, because I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck is wrong, but y'all got to figure this shit out because she's not getting fucking better. So if y'all don't have the answers, send her ass to Boston. Because whatever the fuck is going on, this shit ain't making no sense. And the fact that she can't see, that was probably one of the scariest fucking things that I've ever been through. You know what I'm saying? So look, they bring her downstairs because the doctor came in, he checks her eyes. They bring her downstairs, and she had like bleeding in her brain, bro. Bro, like they
what's that called, a hemorrhage?
Yeah, like something like that. Like it's like I know there was
the bleeding in your brain can like cause damage to like your brain stem, right?
Yeah, like I don't.
It can affect that, and then after that's affected, like your life is over.
Yeah, it was just like all types of shit that was going on. But they shipped her to Boston. She was in Boston for like a month. They were doing all types of studies. They was trying to figure out like what was going on, like the best doctors and everything, because they didn't know like what the problem was. You know what I'm saying? And then, everything ended up being smooth, like after the fact. There was like little complications here and there that I ain't gonna get too much into, but like that shit is scary. You don't never know how anything's gonna turn out. Now with all that, like, there was times later on, you know what I mean? Like she would say little things, like they had me, like worried. Like now that I've read all this information, you know what I mean? She'll be like, like I feel like a bad mother or stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, like, like, babe, you good. Like you tired. There's nothing wrong with that. But, like women put the whole world on their back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do everything that they got to do for their kids, for their husbands, especially their kids. But, when it's just like, yo, you don't have to do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Disclaimer, most women.
Yeah. And on top of that,
that's a fact.
I think just hearing everybody talk, I think the fear for men comes in, right? Because you got your wife or your lady and you trying to protect her, but in this particular moment, you can't.
No,
like if it's somebody, like if we on the street, somebody you already know. Yeah. But this right here is like, it's just up to God, up to chance, universe, whatever you believe in. It's just like you feel like your hands is tied, like I can't do nothing, like you know what I'm saying. So
it is.
Trust me, I've been in the hospital blitzing too for the same.
It made me realize how unprepared I am to raise children on my own.
That thought crossed my mind a bunch of times.
Man? It like. When she was on that operating table and the thought crossed my mind that she could possibly die, right? I started thinking about every little detail of raising my children, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn. Like, I don't even know how to really cook food. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've always, like, I could cook little shit, but, like, I'm not a chef, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've kind of always had women in my life that cooked for me and nurture. Yeah, like, so little shit like that popped in my mind. I said, oh, shit. Like, I can't feed my kids fucking beefaroni all the time. I can't feed my kids ramen noodles all the time, bro. Like I gotta do the responsible thing, yo, for real. Like
real shit.
And I gotta just everything that a single mother has to do when a man isn't there. And it made me say, damn,
women are ill.
Women are ill.
Women are ill.
Right? Women are ill. And that saying that goes to if a man was put into a position to have to raise a child like a single mother, most men would fail. I don't think that's a knock at men. I think it's because men take it for granted how great women are.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And we just tend to other things that we do. And we never really communicate with our woman to understand what their world is like.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We never really even communicate with them to understand what it's like to be a mother.
Yep.
and fully appreciate everything they do when it comes to raising children and then going out and working, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And taking care of you. Mm-hmm. Taking care of you. Because you a grown man. They don't gotta take care of you.
That's a fact.
But we don't even communicate with them enough to appreciate them.
What they do.
And the more we communicate with them, it made me be like, yeah, I need to communicate more with my shorty. Bottom line.
Absolutely.
It make me appreciate it that much more.
With that being said, right? Do you have styles of communication? Like, do some people do check-ins? Like, I'll do check-ins. I might go.
What is your style of communication?
What is your style? Like, I might go every month or every couple months. Right? Yo, we good? You good? Am I hitting all my marks? Am I doing? Mm-hmm. What do you need from me more? Because I think that sometimes, not even just as men, as people, right? We get caught up in tasks. I got to do this. As men, I got to do this. I got to make sure this is paid. I got to make sure this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. And your wife, your shorty she's handling her business. But sometimes you stop. Yo, you all right? Mm-hmm. You good? Like, whatever's going on. And then sometimes you might find out just how ill your girl really is. Because sometimes you might not know. There be dudes I know that be with shorty that be ill, and it's like you don't even know how ill she is. You don't talk to her about nothing. Mm-hmm. You don't see what's in her brain. You don't see how she's feeling. And I think everybody has a style. You know what I mean? Like some people require different styles. Like some people require you to be fiery. Some people it's cool. Some people so effective communication. I would just want to get into that. Like as men, what do you think? What you guys think?
Me personally,
look at Pete take a sip. Look,
he like, yo, I don't talk to my shorty, yo. He be like, yo, you cook yet?
He's a motherfucker.
All right, I'm on my way home.
Took a sip like this, right? And then looked at Chop.
What you got for him, Chops?
What you got for him, Chop?
I don't know. I think PB.
He be bullshit.
He's a god on the low, so I know you be. You know what I mean?
He bullshitting.
Yo,
in the movie said like, yo, look, go ahead, Chops.
Me personally,
I just want to say some slick shit, but it ain't the time for it. So I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Go ahead.
Me personally, I'm just straightforward. Like I try and pay attention a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like the little subtle things, the hints. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to the hints because a woman will give you hints.
Facts.
Definitely. You know, so I try and pay attention to those, and I'm like I'm relentless with communication.
That's kind of like our job as the men. Is kind of like, as crazy as it sounds, and we always say that women want us to be mind readers, we kind of have to be. Yeah. In a way.
Nah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, for real.
That's our role.
Yeah. And when I don't know, when I don't know what's going on, like I'm like, yo, what's up? What's wrong? Why'd you say this? Why'd you like? And she'd be like, nothing. And I'd be like, nah, it ain't nothing. Like, what's up? Like, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And right then and there, it might not be the time that she's ready to talk. Might have to wait a few hours. Might have to wait a few days. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, like I'm a get to the bottom of it because you can sense when something's wrong with your partner. You know what I'm saying? So like me, I just try and stay on it, and I like to lay everything out on the table. I'm a firm believer in look, like let me say what it is that, like, everyone needs to say what it is bothering them.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't say what's bothering you, right, somebody's going to be uncomfortable. So let's say me and you got an issue or whatever, right? Now, I'm worried about how you might take the issue. You know what I'm saying? So instead of me saying what I want to say to you because I'm worried that you might get offended or something, I might not say nothing at all. I'll beat around the bush. But now I'm uncomfortable because whatever was bothering me is still bothering me. You know what I'm saying? We never got to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like me and my woman, I do the same thing because I don't want her to feel uncomfortable and I'm not trying to feel uncomfortable.
And with that, right, here's another part of it. Me being the person you're uncomfortable with, if you never tell me, I might do the thing again, not knowing. Because you never said nothing. It's like you never. So I'm just living life, and you looking at me like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like this new motherfucker dog. You know what I mean? So I think that's part of it too. I also think part of effective communication is we shouldn't always communicate when something's wrong.
Yes.
You should communicate when something's good. Yo, babe, you whatever. Yo, you smoked that dinner.
Yeah.
You smoked, nigga. What you did? Whatever. Like, yo, you clean the fuck out the crib. Whatever it is.
Hell yeah.
So it's
compliment more.
So it's that way. So it's not like, damn, my man, he only opens up to me when there's something going on wrong.
Yeah, right.
He'll be like, nah, just yo, I'll talk to you the same. I'll celebrate you, but if there's something wrong, we got to talk about it. But so I think a lot of times that's a thing too. I think even with kids, like even me, like compliment them just as much as you be on them.
Yeah.
When they do something good, celebrate them the same way. So it's not like, yo, my dad is always on my back or my husband's always on my back. Like, so I definitely think that straightforward.
I tell my mans all the time, like, because for some reason, motherfuckers be wanting to talk to me. I don't know why, because I be feeling like I'm an asshole, but, you know, motherfuckers want to talk to me for whatever.
Probably why they want to talk to you.
Because you shoot straight.
Yeah, I shoot straight. Yeah. So I be telling them, like, yo, listen, like, you know, try not, like, if you got an issue with your woman, try to communicate the issues. Like, if you can, like, get by it for a little bit, wait till y'all are happy and then talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out to dinner and sit in a nice setting and then have a conversation to say what's on your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's like a lot of women tend to get defensive. Just people in general tend to get defensive when you tell them what they're not doing right, what they're doing wrong, whatever you feel might be their fault, whatever.
Women definitely get a little bit more offended than us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out, like, you know, you want to be able to say whatever you're going to say in a constructive way. But if they're mad, they're automatically, it's more likely that person is going to
tone and delivery,
taking it the wrong way. Yeah. So if you're in a good space, you know what I'm saying? Your delivery might be received more likely to be received in a positive way. So
I don't think women have a problem communicating in general. I think they have a problem communicating with the men in their life, specifically their significant other. And I say that because I'm sure most men listening to this right now could probably relate to the fact their woman gives them the silent treatment when something's wrong.
Ding, 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 ding.
And then we got to figure out what the fuck it is. It's like pulling teeth, right?
So it also depends on the individual, the woman too, though.
Word.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Because
like,
I had women that were silent, but
not all women. Not all women.
she ain't silent. Something
I know
wrong.
some
She coming
shorties
through the
that
phone.
And I love that.
She saying it straight. As soon as I walk in the door, she
I
hitting
love
me
that,
with it.
though. I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
oh, okay,
My girl is 50-50. Sometimes something could clearly be wrong, and my form of communication is I'm very straightforward. When I sense that there's something wrong with you, I'll just straight come to you and I'll be like, yo, what's up? You all right? Clearly you're not all right. Right? Obviously something wrong with you. I know you. And I go off of energy. So I know you. I know your energy. So when something's wrong, I feel the vibe, right? I know when something's wrong. I know you. And I'm just straightforward. I'm like, what's up? And sometimes, actually, I shouldn't say 50-50. I'm not going to give it that much credit because I'll be lying. Majority of the time, it's
Damn,
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I love her, but I ain't gonna do it. She got communication problems at times, and that's part of.
You ain't gonna have no communication
No,
problems.
it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's because
Figure Pablo's edit that out. I want to see my man nice next week. I want this episode to air. My man disappears some shit.
I know what it stems from. You know what I'm saying? I know what it stems from. It's from certain traumas and experiences in her life. I ain't mad at her. But there's, like I said, there's times where I'm like, what's wrong? And a lot of the time it's like, she could have a tear rolling down her eye and she'll, nothing. And I'm like,
yeah, that's the thing. That's the number one
thing.
Yo,
something's wrong. Like, babe, you know, whatever. But then there's times where she says what was going on, and that's the easiest way or the most appreciative moment for me, because I'm a communicative type of person, bro. Like I like to express how I feel.
Right.
If something's going wrong, like we live together, babe. We're around each other all the time. Like if anybody needs to communicate, it needs to be you and I. Like,
Absolutely.
know what I mean? Like we need to, when something's wrong with you, I really need to know because I live with you.
Right.
We spend a lot of time together. We're under the same roof. Like we need to be able to talk. So
it's us.
I think
my way of communicating is just straightforward.
Right. I think it's styles, right? Because we all say women don't like constructive criticism. I think why is because when a woman loves you, they don't love like we do. When they love you, that's all they see is you. Right. You are everything. So imagine you see somebody.
Shout out to Mary.
Yeah, shout out to Mary. Imagine you see somebody as everything, or you see somebody as Superman, or you see somebody as this the person I'm gonna give my life to, and they're telling you don't do this right. It's not constructive at that point, right? You feel like, damn, the person that I'm looking up for, it's not constructive, right? So they take it.
Destroying
as jab. I know many women they take it as jabs. So it's about the style. Sometimes compliments work. You do the opposite theory. Look, I like when you did this. Even if you didn't like it, you say, I like when you do this right here, the opposite. And they go, oh, word, he like that. And then you switch it up. Instead of telling your girl, you need to go to the gym, say, yo, I like how you look when you sweat.
Right.
She be sweating all day.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like
so
it's just
that's the delivery though. That's what I'm saying. It's all about tone and delivery.
It's delivery because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, like we respect, like we mans, we all brothers here. So we do constructive criticism. So if somebody fucks something up, Chops come to me, yo, Excel, you fucked that up. I'm like, you're right, my nigga. And it's not like I don't take now. You go to your girl, you can't be like, yo, shit, yo, mom, yo, Thursday when you cooked, you fucked that up.
No, I can't do that.
It's like you gotta.
You won't get a home cooked meal for like 2 months.
It's just a different style. It's just a different style. Like. I think I
fucked her. I said, yo, why your kachupa don't taste like your mother's kachupa?
But at the end of the day, it's
I had kachupa for almost a year,
fam. Then she can deal with it. I think, like I say, you got to know your person, though. You got to also know your person, too. Like some shorties are built for it. Some shorties be like, yo, what's up? I need that. And then some shorties, they're not too good with the
it's not even just with women. Taking constructive criticism in general, bro. A lot of people cannot take any form of criticism. You know what I mean? Especially... Like I get when it's like it's negative and they being rude or something. Like I get that, but if it's a constructive form of criticism and you can't take it, then you got a lot of growing to do, yo.
That's a fact.
You got a lot of growing to do.
That's a fact.
And when you're in a relationship,
talking about like the female species, though.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about.
He's talking about. I think
I'm not even talking about with the female species. I'm saying because men need to be able to take constructive criticism or criticism from their woman too.
100%.
Right? Some men can't take criticism either. Right?
No way.
Woman may tell a man, "Hey, babe, I like XYZ when we're having sex," and a man may not take that as her just trying to be comfortable and expressing how she likes to be
you attacking his ego.
Now, right, he may take that as listen, he could be hurt by that.
Where you learn that from?
He could be hurt by that. Right.
Nah.
He could really be hurt by that.
Worst question in the world, bro.
You talking that like
worst question
because
in the
here's the thing, like
you know what I'm saying? Though, like he could be hurt by that. And the reason why she's really telling you that is because she doesn't want another man to please her. You know what I mean? The way she wants to be pleased. She wants you to please her, bro.
Right.
So don't let it bruise your ego.
Right.
Appreciate the fact that she's telling you because she don't want another man to do it.
Exactly.
That's why she's telling you.
Exactly.
But so let's not get it confused about the importance of communication and only being like, why is it important to communicate with your woman? And why is it important for your woman to maybe at times take some kind of criticism, right? It's important for a man because we can't sit here and act like men always take criticism and we don't got a problem with criticism.
Nah.
You feel me? Because
Absolutely.
I might allow you to criticize me and be like, I don't give a fuck how PZ think. Oh, man, we ain't fucking.
I know what you mean.
Fuck how you feel about me.
I know what you mean.
You know? But it come off different.
It come off different,
when
right.
a female say something to you and then your energy,
She grab your gears,
you be
man.
a little bit more in tune with,
Like,
you know what I'm saying? But what? Why you do
that? Yeah,
why
yeah.
you feel that way?
I think with that,
You know?
also
Touches
too,
a nerve, definitely.
I think,
Yeah, it could definitely hit a nerve.
I mean, me.
It could definitely hit a nerve.
I think also with that, you
definitely hit a nerve.
you look at it like, yo, like with two dude, like anything. A relationship, y'all should have a common goal to always build each other to be better. And I feel like if you come at it from that perspective,
right.
if your shorty's telling you something, it's just to maximize unless she's going crazy,
Maximize
violating
the
you.
greatness.
She's trying to
The potential greatness.
So a lot of times you might get in your own way of whatever. Like you said, a lot of people can't take criticism because, and I always say relationships are a mirror. Like whatever's wrong with you or whatever you got going on, if you get with the right shorty, she gonna tell you. And then she gonna show you. Now you could either take it and she don't know what she talking about, or you could be like, yo, you know what? Because when the truth, I don't care what anybody say, the truth resonates. When somebody hit you with some truth, you gonna feel it.
Feel it, 100%.
So when you get hit with it, you could either take it and be mad at shorty, or you could take it and be like, yo, you know what? You was right. Let me
You see what you said there, how dudes be getting all bottled up and shit? Those are the dudes that be in competition with their own women.
Yeah, that's
Like there's a lot of people.
weird to
This
me,
shit's
yo.
mad weird to me. And I be seeing a lot of relationships with the two people together supposed to be in love, but they're in competition with each other. This defeats the purpose even being with each other.
Yeah, super weird.
You know what I mean? But
All house.
That shit's
Teach
weird
his
to
own.
me. Like
All money is house money.
Word. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I feel. Like all money is house. As long as you bringing it back to the crib, do what you do. I don't. You know what
I be wanting my lady to shine like a diamond in all aspects.
As you should.
In all
As you should.
aspects.
My thing is, if I'm gonna criticize my woman or what my woman is criticizing me, right? What I've learned, because I wasn't always like this. Like I said, we wasn't always this mature. No. Right? But what I've learned now is that
I
she's
definitely wasn't.
What I'm trying to say. What I learned now is my woman is trying to maximize our potential greatness together.
Yes.
100%.
That's why she's criticizing me. Right. She's trying to maximize the greatness that she sees that we can accomplish together. You feel me? So now that I'm mature enough to see that, it allows me to appreciate her open communication and her willingness to criticize me when she feels like I need to be criticized.
Right. Yeah.
Because I know her intentions and I know where it's coming from. You understand what I'm
Coming
saying?
from a place of love.
I know that.
You read that book, because you mentioned it earlier, The Way to Superior Man. If you read that book, it tells you women are going to test you just to see what you're made of. Because if you fold to her, you're going to fold in the world. How you deal with your woman is how you deal with the world. So if she can make you fold or get off your square, the world she's going to test you.
Right.
Just to see. Just to see.
You know what they say? They say that's why like strong women, like they run over weak dudes.
Yeah,
You know what
100%.
I'm saying? Because like you gotta tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta stand strong. Like, and I know people, you want to cater to your woman, you love your woman, you want to be there for her and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But there also has to be a balance in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of relationships be lacking that balance. You know what I mean? Like, and how you deal with each other, how you communicate with each other. I think that plays a major part. You know what I mean? You gotta love your woman enough to know, like, to be able to express how you feel, and she gotta love you enough to be able to take it, and vice versa. True. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gotta work together. I just feel like these days, like a lot of people,
In competition.
a lot of couples are in competition. They don't want to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to just be like, yo, like nah, like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Or I can find the next chick. Or
just look at the generation of females who don't know how to cook and nurture properly.
Yeah,
saying, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Or the type of men that don't speak how they really feel on a woman.
Yeah.
And a woman may take advantage of that, and next thing you know, they convincing this man to put a ring on their finger and marry him and do things that he probably really doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
But he's scared to speak up for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Right. And now he finds himself, doing things that he really doesn't want to do because he's scared to speak up or something like that.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting to, because I'm like, yo, like, I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people aren't getting married like they used to back in the days, because I feel like people don't put in the work anymore.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not.
Man's gonna have to want to be a husband to be a husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact.
Yeah, that is a fact.
He's gonna want to have to be a husband. Did I say that the right way? To be a husband.
Right way.
You know
what do you think makes a man want to be a husband?
He's ready to pretty much do what he's already doing in the relationship already as a provider, but he's ready to sacrifice, not really sacrifice, but compromise more with his woman so they can really just be one. Because once you married, you won now.
But like, so, all right, maybe I asked the question the wrong way. So let me rephrase it. So what do you think?
What makes a man want to seek marriage?
Yeah, like, what do you, for a woman, like, what's your ideal woman? Like, what qualities, characteristics does she have to have to make you want to marry her?
Do the love languages match?
Right.
Y'all communication good?
Mm-hmm.
Is she a nurturer? Is she the woman you want to come home to that does the things you like, that accommodate to you? Like, nothing that she does is pretty much off. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be some shit that we're human. That's gonna piss you off every now and then. But for the most part, the shit that pisses you off, can you work through it?
Yeah.
Is that somebody you can see yourself work through the bad times?
Yeah.
Not just the good times, the bad times. You know what I'm saying? And then and if that's the person you want to be with, and she feels the same way about you, then you unionize your shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She ready to be a wife? You ready to be a husband?
Yeah.
Because like you said,
thing.
marriage,
Absolutely.
marriage is something that's, I'm not married, but something that I've seen and I've been around. It's work. I've been in relationships, so marriage is work. Like,
work.
so
It is.
it's
Work.
not
It is.
all fucking roses and all that. So
no.
for me, like I said, is a communication good? Can we effectively communicate with each other and then understand each other based on whatever communication and move from that without carrying resentment? How you are in bad time.
Even when we battle, do we still love
That matters a lot, because it's easy to be around when everything good, but are you the same when I'm hurt or we not making no money? Are you still like, babe, we got it, don't worry about it? Because as men, especially coming from where we come from, our attachment to certain things, especially physical things, is not really serious like that, because we lost it all, we'll get it again. That's how my mind thinks.
Absolutely.
Because of just me growing, like, so if I lose something, I might be like, damn. But I don't really stress it, because I'm like, y'all just come back. You know what I mean? So how are you in those times? Like, I think now for a man to seek marriage, I think that, like you say, you got to want it. That's something that you got to want for yourself.
And one thing, but also you want to find the right partner, though.
Yeah.
That's key.
Sure, you don't want to force
That's
it.
key. You know what I'm saying?
For me,
it could be a man that wants marriage, but you out here chasing all these girls that you think you might want to marry. They might not be ready.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're
You know what
not
I'm
ready.
saying? That female might not be ready. You know what I'm saying? So
I can say for me, marriage for me is knowing that I don't want to play games with you no more.
yeah, that's a big
You
part
know
of
what
it.
I'm saying? I want to make you happy. I want to provide for you, protect you.
Protect you.
Right.
I want to bring joy to your life. You know what I'm saying? I want to treat your well-being as if it was my well-being. You know what I'm saying? I want to value your happiness as if it was my happiness.
At the same
understand
time,
what I'm saying? But
you have them same
no,
values
she gotta
towards
have
you.
that. But I'm saying that
Towards you
vibe
as well,
gotta be
though.
Nah, I know
level, right?
you- I know-
I'm saying that
This nigga
vibe
nice got me like,
Nah, but here's the thing.
No, that vibe gotta be mutual. No, that vibe gotta be mutual. No, but the vibe gotta be
that
mutual.
was fire.
But I'm
Nah, it was,
saying,
it was
fire.
I'm
went
saying
crazy
it
just
comes
now.
to a point in a
went
relationship
crazy.
where that's where I'm at with you because you've made me feel that way. You know what I'm saying? It's been enough time where I've come to the conclusion where that's where I'm at with this, you heard? And that's why I'm down on one knee right now, being vulnerable with you. And I took money and invested knowing that you could turn me down right now, but I'm vulnerable enough
And I'm on
to ask you, you know what I mean? Will you spend the rest of your life with me? You know what I mean? Because this is where I'm at with it.
That's
You know
fire.
what I mean? That's what it is for me.
yeah.
Right.
That's what it is.
What it should be, though.
I think nice, even with that, what you
Definitely what it
said.
should be. To be a husband, that's what it should be.
In certain cases, it's I put your life before mine. That's on certain shit. Like that's why we walk on the outside of the street.
Right.
That's why certain things happen. So
Can't
if
stand
something
that shit. I see
comes,
people do that shit.
I take the hit before you take the hit.
Right.
Because like you had just said, the thought of us raising our kids alone is insane.
And for you young niggas that don't know, listen, you supposed to walk towards the street.
Yeah.
Your woman, your
Shorty on the
kids,
inside.
your woman and your kids is always
Always
supposed to be
on
on
the
the
inside.
inside. All right, because I
Talk to
know
them,
a few
Charles.
of y'all be seeing some shit.
I can't stand
and I
that
don't
shit.
know why the fuck.
I used to pull
y'all
over,
do
yell
that
out the window
shit.
like, yo, how your shorty walk on the inside,
no
yo?
bullshit.
Word.
No bullshit.
I used to do that shit when I see little kids
Always
walking
on
with
the
their shorty.
inside.
Like,
Open
how you
doors,
doing?
man.
Open
You know what I'm
doors, all
saying?
that.
Like, open doors for your lady, man. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure, man. I think, yeah, man. So all of that energy is what I think makes a man seek it, but I think that like PG said it best. You gotta want it. Like you gotta be like, yo, all right, I'm good. Like,
And you gotta know that this woman makes you feel like a king. You know what I'm saying? Like when a woman wants
for
you,
you.
bro, when a
You know what I
woman
mean?
wants you, right? She'll do damn near anything just to spend time with you, bro. Like
Facts.
you could be like, yo, you know, I can't come with you right now because I gotta fix this leak on my roof. That woman will be like, oh, I'll come over to help you do that.
I'll hold the
You
ladder
need
for
me
you.
to go do X, Y, Z to help. Because
I'ma
only
hold the
look,
ladder
she
for
just wants to spend time with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or she's just in every way possible. She's gonna make you feel like a king, right? You won't have to ask this woman or beg this woman to do certain things for you sexually, right? She just wants to come home and get freshened up. So when you walk in the door, you know what I'm saying? She just wants to please you. She gonna pull you in the room and say, come here, babe. You know what I mean? After a long, hard day of work, and she might just please you.
Take a shower first, B.
sexually. No, I'm saying sexually. Yeah, I'm saying
Take a
sexually.
shower
But even if not, bro, let's just keep it
wash your stinking ass.
Right.
Wash that shit.
But even if not, bro, she just randomly might just, you know what I mean? Because she looks at you like you're that ill, you're that much of a king to her.
that dude.
You know what I mean? Nobody else. You know, she sees nobody else but you because you the one for her. Right. And when it's like that, dog, like you'll just know it's like that. You'll know it's like that, bro.
That's a fact.
And that shit takes time. You know what I mean? Because when it is like that, it's consistent. It's not a fad. It's not a honeymoon stage where it was like that in the beginning, but shit died off. When it's like that, it's
like
always
that.
like
It
that.
never changes.
Never changes.
It's always like that. Your woman don't change, bro. If it's really like that, it's always like that. And once you realize that, at least for me, once I realize something like that, I'm like, okay, you know, now I might be, you know, willing to take it a step further. You know what I'm saying? For me, I can't speak for other dudes. Some dudes might require a bunch of other shit, but for me, you know, these are one of the important things for me.
Yeah, we all different when it comes to that aspect.
Yeah,
of life,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For me personally, you know, I guess I'm the only one that's up here married, so
Legally married.
legally married. Yeah, you know, listen, I was married to my wife before I got legally
And may I be in the
married.
club with you though?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. But I think what really did it for me, like, you know how like you be like, yo, this is the one, like she's dope. Like she checked mad boxes, like the little simple boxes, like, you know what I'm saying? She's a good mother. She knows how to cook. You know, she keeps a clean house. She has ambition, drive. Like those boxes was all checked. But I think what like really did it for me was when I was down bad at my worst, she was there right with me
and held it down.
Yeah, like
That's
she was
it.
going through the struggle with me.
That was the
That'd
big.
be the
That was
one.
the top
Saying.
box. She checked
That's
the top
the top.
box.
Yeah, like
That's
that
the
shit.
super top box.
Because all that
Go
other
ahead,
shit,
Tom.
like, it's dope, but it's kind of like superficial to a certain extent because, you know, a lot of people can cook. You know what I mean? It's kind of easy to take care
You
of your
can cook
kids.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Make the fire sound
on
and talk
the
about she can
ones
cook.
and twos.
Oh,
This
you know what I'm
nigga can
saying?
cook. Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Yo, for your information, Chops is a chef, low key.
Yeah, try on the
Yeah,
low.
you know what I'm saying? I do a little something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I like to reciprocate.
He
you know
get
what I'm
busy.
saying?
You heard?
But
In that kitchen on the
but
ones
you know
and
what I'm saying?
twos.
Like she,
Facts.
like my lady, she like, you know, like I said, like, you know what I mean? She takes care of kids and like she's a great mother. But I feel like a lot of women are automatically gonna be like good mothers, or at least try to be. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? A lot of women know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? But what really did it for me?
Our generation maybe, but these younger girls, man,
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
they act now, it's like, give me money, pay for my
Yeah, but
nails.
you know,
You got Google,
but that's what I
it's no
mean. Like,
excuse.
see,
Take
like,
me out to eat. I
that
want
shit-
Del Frisco's and
but-
Roof Chris. I ain't cooking
Nah,
shit.
They
you're
got
right.
Google
You're right.
too, it's
Before,
It's a whole generation of women coming up like
nah,
that right
you're right.
now.
You're right.
But-
Absolutely. And like that's fine. That's fine for them. But like for me, like I said,
I'm
like when I was down bad, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, she held me down. You know what I'm saying? And like you can't put a price on something like that because it's something that like she didn't have to do. Like literally, like she didn't have to.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And she stuck by my side and she wrote shit out with me. You know what I'm saying? So like I was like, yeah, like, you know, if I had any little bit of inkling of a doubt or anything, like that shit was like super stamp. You know what I'm saying?
hell
So
yeah.
like it was a
That's
no
fine.
brainer.
That's definitely key for me. Being nurturing is definitely a big component for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a problem with like affection, showing it and all that. And I got with Shorty and she helped me with all that shit.
Yeah, I think
She made me better. She was an
fire.
add-on to my life. You know what I'm
super
saying?
fire.
So that just made me more in love with her in a way because Shorty's prior couldn't even do that.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
like women that do the women that used to try to you know, I'ma just have them take me to Del Frisco's and blah blah blah.
Yo,
I used to like females like that. You know why?
He was just talking about that shit.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like, but I was gonna touch on it because I like them females. You know why? Because I used to be like, oh, you think you gonna play me?
Man, word,
All
like
right,
we don't
watch
know
this.
what
I'm gonna
time
take
it
you
is.
to Del Frisco's. I'm gonna wine and dine you. And then I'm out to fuck the shit out you and
I'm
really
out.
fuck your head up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because once I do that, then you gonna want to fuck with me, and I'm just going to dub the shit out of you.
Keep
I'm
it
gonna
pushing.
dub the shit out
Dubstep
you.
music, you heard?
I'm gonna dub the shit out you.
You came off to me, man.
Yeah, yeah,
funky
because
stuff.
you thought-
I already
yeah,
knew what it was from
yeah.
the jump, but then now now your nose is open after the fact.
Right.
Now you want to try to
You thought I was
spin
some
back
sucker.
around.
Yeah.
Now
You
you
thought I was
spin
some
back
sucker.
around
Thought you
here,
had
shorty.
Yeah, you thought I was
Rats.
some sucker. You
Yeah.
thought I was
Nah,
some sucker.
and-
Yeah, been
You know what I'm
And
saying?
just to
God
add,
damn it, you gotta be quicker
just
than that.
yeah, you got to be quicker than that. Just to add to Child's point, like, because sometimes I've seen women be like, yo, why does it wait till y'all down for y'all to know? Because here's the thing, when we down, that's when everybody leave.
Facts.
Even your friend, even your man you was with for 10 fucking years, every day. Soon as you down, he scatter.
Facts.
Now, you might only have your moms. If your mom's still around, if you got your moms, God bless.
blessing.
But that's when everybody leaves. So if your man, when he's at his worst, can look at you and you still right there and you like,
Yeah.
babe, I don't even see worse. What is worse? I don't see worse. It's up.
Yeah.
Now when it's up, he gonna make sure you good.
Yo, you just hit a nerve, right? So check this out.
All right.
I just gotta say something real quick,
Go ahead,
right?
my dog.
So I just want to say something to all you females out there that be fucking with your D-boys and all that. When them niggas go to jail, right? Hold that nigga down.
Yeah, all right.
Nah, hold
Yeah,
on. No, it's cool. It's cool.
He's giving advice. He giving advice. He
I'm gonna
giving
get this shit
advice.
off. I'm gonna get this shit
Go
off,
ahead, get
right?
it off.
Check
Go
this
ahead,
out, right?
Choppers.
Hold a nigga down, right?
5 shorties is watching this right now. They said, yeah, all right.
Nah, I know. Look, that's fine.
They all said,
Yo,
Go ahead.
see, you gotta
get it off, Pam.
No, I'm gonna get it off. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead, do your thing.
I'm gonna get it off, right?
You let you rock. Go ahead.
Because at the end of the day, right? Like it's cool if you want to go. I keep it 100. I'm a jail nigga. I thank you for leaving. Trust me, because the last thing I want to do is waste my money on a biscuit head ass bitch.
Right.
Straight up.
Nah, fuck you.
Nah.
You loved it when that shit was up. Now it's down, bitch.
Nah,
you
it's
out.
cool.
You ain't shit.
You're right. You're right.
Fuck outta here.
Because you gotta understand something, right? like if you was there for all that and the nigga was getting bread, best believe when he come home, he gonna get back to getting to the bag. That's what
a
niggas
fact,
do. Niggas
automatically.
get money. There's niggas that get money and there's niggas that don't, right? So if you was with a nigga that was getting money and you felt like, you know what I'm saying, oh, this nigga went to jail and you pilled on him, jail niggas, we appreciate that shit. Trust me. Because we rather not invest time and money in somebody that don't fucking deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But for you ones that feel like you should stay, you know what I'm saying, or feel like you want to stay, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate that shit from the bottom of our fucking heart.
Yeah, I only put rollies on your wrist, bitch.
Yeah.
And did a whole bunch of other
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
For you,
Red
you know
bottoms.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Gucci bags and
fucking
belts.
Probably put a fire
what happened to
over
the
your
B
head
word,
and
bro?
all that.
I thought-
Nah,
I
but
thought-
because
he got
she gets
triggered.
the
He
one.
got triggered.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
That's a bitch.
Right.
He got
That's a
triggered.
bitch. I don't even use that shit. That's a
triggered.
bitch.
We
Yeah.
ain't referred to women as that, but you bitches.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know what I mean?
This word is especially
When it
reserved
applies,
for
let it
men.
fly.
Let's just keep it a stack. I did XYZ for you, held you down, treated you the way I treated you and all of that, you know what I mean? And times got rough. Now it's time for you to play your part and hold me down. And immediately all you did
They
was
do the,
hop on the
"I
next
can't
dick,
deal."
you know what I mean? So get out of here with all that shit.
Word.
He be
See,
calling
here's the
me.
thing.
Outta
He
here with all that
expects
shit.
me to pay for these calls.
with all that
He
shit.
want me to come visit him.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
My
I
thing
do.
is this. My thing is this. This is my problem. My main problem with it is these women that do that. Y'all claim to be so real and all of that, but yet you don't keep it real with the man that you fucking with. Say that shit off rip. Listen, I'm fucking with you, but if the cookie ever crumbles, you know what I'm saying? I'm out. I'm not doing XYZ.
Right.
I'm not built for bids. You know what I'm saying? So let's tell that now. Y'all don't do that. You know what I mean? You play along and then something happens and then you act like you're gonna be there and all of that shit. And he's he's treating you like the one, basically, like you the one. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And then next thing you know, he's gone and you hop on the next dude or whatever the case may be, and you just you deceitful ass female
what's crazy?
trying to play the game or whatever, and dudes will be like, that's part of the game and all that shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Whatever.
Nah, ain't part of the game. That's why niggas be having multiple chicks out here. And that's why some niggas need to have multiple chicks. You know what I'm saying?
some
Because
do when they in that
because
shit.
some of these women don't motherfucking play their role and hold a nigga down like he's supposed to. And you wonder why a nigga be doing X, Y, and Z. Well, you know what? Maybe he's seen the fuck shit in you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Maybe he's seen the fact that you wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying? Or you was doing bullshit. Or all you cared about was restaurants and whatever. And he knew if shit really got thick, you was gonna skirt. You know what I'm saying? So then you wonder why a nigga got multiple females. Well, that's your motherfucking answer.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Not-
Because what the fuck you won't do, best believe another motherfucker will. Believe that.
It's a fact.
Right,
You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
and I can't speak at it from a jail perspective, but I could definitely speak at it from a artist perspective or a creative perspective. Somebody trying to build something. Them days get ugly too, right? When you ain't got no bread and you gotta believe in your potential, whatever. If she can see that and hold you down, yo, I'm here. 'Cause I know when you get up, I know what you're about to be. That's that's rare. You don't see
Love
that.
them.
You know what I'm saying? It's love. So those type of things is what makes a man do that. But like the Chopper's point, man, sometimes you need the multiples, man.
What y'all feel about polygamy?
Hey,
Hey, I don't knock it.
I think this is gonna be real normalized
I think
in the
it's
future.
cultural, yo. It's
Yeah.
It's,
cultural,
gonna be,
bro.
it's
That's all it
cultural,
is,
but I
bro.
think
It's culture.
the
It's
American,
coming. It's coming.
American culture is gonna normalize it in the
American
future.
culture, it's monogamy, meet a woman, get married, fucking have
But
kids.
in 10
buy a
years
house,
from now,
picket
though,
wife,
in
man.
10 years from now,
I mean, so in American culture, that's the norm. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? you go to other cultures around the world, and polygamy is very normal. You know what I'm saying? Women that are in those kind of relationships value different things from women that are in monogamous relationships. You know what I mean? They're not worried about, I'm speaking of women that are in polygamous kind of relationships, right? They're not worried about other women being with the man that they're with. They're more worried about what this man does to provide for them. Is he still providing for them mentally, physically, emotionally, financially? Those are the things. Stability. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. These are the things that those women from those cultures are more worried about. Those are the things they value. When you come from a culture where it's about monogamy and any other woman is not acceptable, you know, these women, they tend to worry about different things, you know what I'm saying? So while the woman in a polygamous relationship may be okay with her man going out here, there, or wherever, the woman in a monogamous relationship is not okay with that because she's worried about the fact he may be talking to other women, getting to know other women, be sexual with other women, and the one in the polygamous relationship is like, I'm not worried about that. Does he still provide for me mentally, physically, emotionally, financially? Does he take care of the household? Do we have kids together? Does he provide and still hold the fort
And we were just talking about Diddy and Carisha last episode.
We was.
And the reason why Diddy getting that off because he could provide all those things that you just mentioned. And that's why he's able to have them.
He's in a position where financially he's in a position that can make a lot of American women compromise their.
That's what I'm trying to say. The culture's going to shift within 10 years. Watch, I guarantee
the culture can shift for them because he's in a position to where he can, like you said on the other episode, he could change their lifestyle. And that's enough for them to be like,
you're going to see more people in the future with bread with multiple women.
I'll say this.
Wives. I guarantee it.
You will.
Guarantee it.
When we talk about American culture and then we talk about other cultures, monogamy, as far as in human history, is a fairly new concept.
It definitely is.
It's only been around maybe about 4 or 5, like hundreds, maybe like a couple hundred years, whatever.
Right.
But it comes from marriage being for business. Has nothing to do with love. It's for business. You have one wife, you and your wife, y'all build business. It has nothing to do with love.
Like land and all this other shit.
It was for business and land and all type of other situations, right? All other, because back in the ancient times, because you know I studied all this, it used to go, if you got a shorty, she got a terrible man, your shorty would call her homegirl, yo, your man, he beat you up, he do this, he do that. Well, I got a good man over here. Come over here with me and my man. You don't have to live like that. That's how tribes was built.
Exactly how tribes was built.
Exactly how tribes was
Exactly
built.
how tribes was built.
Yo, come over here. You ain't gotta live with polygamy, polyandry for the ladies that want. You know what I mean? That's how it was built. That's how it went down. So this concept is fairly new. So is it changing, or is it something new, or are we going back to what it was? Because American culture is a lot of concepts we took and bastardized. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. We going back to what it was. It's just we don't know because we wasn't there when it first
facts.
When it first started.
The only issue
you know
that I think about with polygamy is like so you know how you can set off a woman's pH balance if you deal with another woman unprotected, and then you deal with her, you can set off a pH balance. Right? So I'm wondering if does that ever just become like normal? Like both their bodies get used to both of their fluids being exchanged with each other plus yours. And does it just become normal, or does it always be like, damn, both y'all always stink because I'm stinking you and I'm stinking you, and this shit's just smelling crazy and I can't deal with this shit.
Right. I would think it would adapt.
What? Yeah, I think it would adapt.
I'm serious. I'm not being funny.
What I'm trying to understand, you talk about
I would think it would adapt because
I'm serious.
If you put two women that live together for a long time, their cycles sync up.
I go through that with my daughters. When we all in the house together, they would have their cycle at the same time. It was the worst week of my fucking life.
They sync up. So I would say it might have.
I'm being honest. I wasn't even trying to be funny, question. Like because they say, you know, if a man is being sexually active with more than one woman and he's not using protection, then he can set off the pH balance of the women that he's dealing with. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking, well, if you're in a polygamous relationship, right? I'm dealing with this woman, but I'm also dealing with you. So
all three of y'all gonna be smelling the same, fam. That's what's gonna happen.
Is it constantly setting off y'all pH balance, or does at one point it even itself out where
that's gonna be y'all stench. That's what it is. That's what's gonna be. Because after if it's consistent, you know, relationship, polygamous relationship, it's just gonna be that.
How you know though? You know that because based on where they you just saying you assuming that's what it is.
I don't even think they would give a fuck.
No.
Because at the end of the day,
I give a fuck. I'm not dealing with two stinky ass. I'm fucking straight. Yo.
First of all, if one is stinking, first you're supposed to tell her, straight. Go handle that.
Right.
Yeah, but they gonna be at they fucking OBGYN fucking every other month.
I think that they don't, like Chop said.
It's not a joke. Like it's every other month, bro. Like
they might not give a fuck.
I just think they won't give a fuck. You know what's crazy? Because I was looking at I seen this joint.
Sound like dirty coochie to me.
This dude asked 10 females. Yo, it's crazy. This dude asked 10 females in the room, right? He said, sugar daddy that gives you $20,000 a month, or a husband that makes $100,000 a month. And 9 out of the 10 women chose sugar daddy
because they just got pop him off real quick and keep it moving.
Yeah,
but yo, like
that's the mentality of women nowadays.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's
like
the culture of women now.
But that goes into the, like, you know, when you was talking about like, yo, like Diddy and, you know, if you take care of your woman, like, you know, she getting $200,000. I mean, shit.
That's what I'm saying.
And also for you niggas out there, polygamy don't mean you can just run around wilding with shorties. You got to be able to give them, hold them down. There's rules to the shit.
In order to work, everybody got to be in love with each other.
There's laws to in certain cultures. If you can't, you can have as many women as you can support.
Yeah.
You know, Cambridge, the off subject, was same subject. You know, Cambridge is like one of the biggest polygamous communities in the nation.
I didn't know that.
Cambridge is, one that's up there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's crazy. Cambridge, and it was Utah first.
It was
Cambridge.
Yo, you remember that show on HBO back in the day?
I love that show.
That's crazy.
He had them all in the same block. They each had their own crib.
He knew exactly what you was talking about. He said, Big Love. Yeah, that was my shit.
I'm thinking like, yo, ain't nobody never seen this shit. This nigga saying, Big Love. Thinking, yep.
Yeah, shit, I watched that. You heard?
But yo, Excel, what's today's mathematics, my G?
Today's math is it's 31st. So you got 3 that's understanding, 1 that's knowledge, all equals 4, which is culture freedom. So what that means is basically once you understand whatever knowledge you're dealing with, it should give you the freedom to build your way of life. Or to make it simpler, if you understand yourself truthfully, you know what things to add and take away to build your way of life, to build whatever you want to move. But you got to have a clear understanding of yourself or whatever you're dealing with to be able to add, because your culture is your way of life. It's how you talk, walk, it's everything. So if you get an understanding of yourself and the things around you, you should be able to know how to move, and you should be able to do it freely, because that's the freedom part. But also, what I want to talk about today was pretty much, I seen a couple posts flying around that's like, insert city doesn't celebrate you until you get famous. I seen that. A lot of niggas be saying, Brockton don't celebrate, this city don't. No city celebrates you till you get famous. I heard a quote from an OG, told me, your friends don't celebrate you until strangers recognize you. Right? It's a fact. I've lived through it. I've been rapping my ass off since I was 9 years old. I didn't get celebrated until I went to BET. Now, everybody that was day ones that left on day 2 became instantly day ones again when they see me standing next to Lloyd Banks and Tony Ayo.
Shit, knew that was going to happen.
Hold on, I like that. Repeat that.
They was day ones. They left on day 2. Yo, Excel, I don't know how nice you is, bro. Yo, you going to go to New York and battle? I don't know. As soon as they see me standing next to Lloyd Banks and Tony Ayo, BET, Y'all went to school with that Nick, yo. Dog.
They became day ones.
They became day ones again. Let me tell you something, bro. I think you posted it. Prophets ain't celebrated to the people close to them.
That's celebrated in their own hometown.
You think the people close to anybody, like, you think people close to Jesus was like, yo, yeah, you that dude. No. He had to go elsewhere. And then when he came home, everybody was like, you right, bro. So at the end of the day, what I think is this. You deal with where you're loved. If it's strangers that give you the love, that's fine. Because 9 times out of 10, time doesn't dictate the strength of a relationship, right? Time. I got cats that I know since I was 5 years old. We ain't did nothing but drink, smoke, get whatever, do whatever. Then I got cats I known 3 months. These guys, perfect example. I known them for a short period of time. We done built this show. What relationship is stronger? The guys that I ain't do nothing with for 20 years or the guys that I got it rocking in 3 months with? You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to stop looking. And then for the friends, it's just like I go back to what I said in the first part. Stop looking for free shit from your people if you support them. That's not support.
Nah.
Your friend sell T-shirts, that's designer too. Wear your friend clothes.
Buy 4 of them shits.
Buy 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just take that jewel with you, man. Your friends won't celebrate you until strangers recognize you. And the friends that do celebrate you, when nobody knows, give them love. Give them everything. Support them. Those are great people, you know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people confuse they confuse length of a relationship for the strength of a relationship.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how long I knew somebody, bro. I care about the strength of the relationship. Because there's people that I've known for 15 years, 20 years that ultimately didn't behave in my best interest the way that somebody I met 2-3 years ago behaved. You know what I'm saying? They showed me that they was more concerned about my well-being than somebody I dealt with for 20 years, man. You know, a lot of y'all be out here thinking that, I know this man for 20 years or whatever, but yo, all the signs are there that this dude is not your man like that, bro. But you want to hold on to this shit.
He's just waiting for the day for the double cross.
And
he
then also
just ain't fell in his lap yet.
To touch on your point.
Nah, y'all just ain't waiting. The thing is this: y'all expect a knife to be stabbed in your chest when usually it's stabbed in your back. Stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
To touch on your point that you just said, some people are genuinely your friends, and some people just want to keep the line of communication open. Especially if you're on a trajectory. All my people on the trajectory building something. Yeah. Whether you're an artist, podcaster, you got clothes, you do films. There's some people in your life, family, whatever, that just want an open line of communication so that if you pop, you don't forget them.
Yes.
I was there with you, remember?
Yes.
Yo, I was there, son, yo. But you ain't do nothing. You ain't add to this. You ain't do nothing.
Yes.
You just wanted to have the line open so that the day you don't forget them, son. Or they could be like, yo, I was there. That's so. Bullshit. You just got to know the difference, man.
I'm going to forget all you motherfuckers.
And then they be mad because you owe them something or like you recognize that they dead weight or whatever.
Yo, remember when?
How you rocking with son? You don't even know that nigga
you
like
was
that.
hungry and I bought you that cheeseburger, bro.
Yeah, like
nah, they just act like you acting funny.
Something like that. How you built? Like, don't worry about it.
They act like you acting funny. That's all it is. You get your shit right. You act like you acting funny because you finally came to your senses and realized that they ain't nothing but dead weight, and they was just trying to be there for the ride. So
that's a fact.
But that's how they always.
Jay-Z got a bar about it. That Jay-Z said it best. People look at you strange and say you changed. Like I worked this hard to stay the same.
Word.
Oh, you
Jay got a bar for fucking.
Jay got a bar for everything, but that's
why he's the greatest of all time. I just want to say that. Shout out to Jay-Z. That's why he's the greatest of all time.
Listen to Hov and Dip. They can raise a young man. If you listen to their catalog of albums, they can raise a young man off those 2 artists alone.
I'm telling you, man.
We gonna
go raised me.
Yeah, fact.
He raised me. Yo, y'all ain't know I'm Jay-Z's stepson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't know that shit, man.
He kind of look just like him.
Yeah, Chops Carter.
Hold on, Tommy.
More like Suge.
You're gone too far.
Okay.
I would say more.
I would say more like Suge. That baby Suge.
Yeah,
baby Suge.
With that, we going to Peasy with the word of the day.
And now to Peasy's word of the day. Do.
Dun, dun, dun. We need the law and order.
I be learning a lot from the words that you be spewing now.
The word of the day
I like that shit,
is pariah.
Hey.
Plural noun, pariahs, means an outcast. They were treated as social pariahs. The origin, 17th century South India, right outside Tamil Nadu. I believe I said that right. Similar words.
Shout out to India. Shout out to India.
Shout out to India, though.
I believe I said that.
Red dot, not feathers. Red dot, not feathers.
This nigga be killing
Red
me.
dot, not feathers.
He
Yo.
said, I believe I said that.
Yeah. Shout out to India, though.
Yo, that's
Shout out to India, though. I get the Slurpee, and I don't have lottery now open yet. Okay, never mind.
yo, Peach.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Shout, listen to all
I
the
had to get it off. I had to get it off.
We love y'all.
I had to get it off. But for
Listen
Rupert,
to him.
you're Indian, right?
No,
My fault.
it's only entertainment.
It's only entertainment.
So they say it was just jokes. I bust jokes. Is what I do.
Yeah.
All right.
What I do.
Similar words: reject, undesirable, untouchable, and leper. This is kind of a brief word of the day. I didn't write down a lot of shit today. I had a headache, but I'm gonna put it in a sentence. I was a pariah with my views on squirting last episode with my thrown constituents.
Don't hit him in the eye.
Because I don't like bust nuts in my eye. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was a little weird.
We outcasted you. That's what
they
you're saying.
outcasted me. I was a pariah.
No doubt.
My views was,
No
pariah type behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Word of the week, word of the
Pariah.
day.
Missed the
Pariah.
whole definition.
We outcasted them.
We outcast. That was the outcast.
That's it. It's just outcast.
It's just outcast. That's all it is.
all
right.
Outcast.
We outcasted them.
It's another word for outcast. Another word for undesirable,
Yo,
reject.
I guess I'm a pariah because I don't like chicks busting nuts on my face.
You can be like, that's a pariah statement. You know what I'm saying? You can use it in many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Something that's outcasted, undesirable.
How you spell it?
P-A-riah.
Pariah.
Pariah.
Pariah. P-O is
Now, P-A-R-I-A-H.
Pariah.
You know what I'm saying?
P-A-R-I-A-H.
Great word.
P-A-R-I-A-H, yeah.
Pariah. The spelling bee, they'd be like, can you use that in a sentence?
You did.
I just did.
I know you did. I was just saying that.
The spelling bee to be fine.
They were
I have
treated
a-
as social pariahs.
Can I have the origin?
Yo, the spelling bee.
17th century South India.
Have the origin.
17th century South India. Right outside Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, yup.
Tamil Nadu. In another town called with an M. I ain't trying to pronounce it because my speech impediment's gonna make me
I don't know
look
why when
stupid
you
on
just
it.
said that shit, I started moving my shoulders like it was Afro beats.
Yeah.
We getting A-Rap money. Do. No, my fault. That's the wrong culture though.
But it's
Yo,
okay.
I know, but I
That's
don't
the
know
wrong
why.
culture.
It
We
just-
fucked that all up.
Shout out to India again.
You
You supposed to do what's the movie that was tough?
Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah,
Slumdog Millionaire.
That's not fucking India.
That was India, fam.
Is it India?
Yeah,
bro.
Word?
Yeah, Bollywood. Bollywood's India.
Bollywood. Yeah,
definitely.
Bollywood's India.
Damn, I'm wild. I thought they was South America.
Nah. He thought they was in Argentina.
I thought they was here. I thought they was in South America.
Yeah,
like,
bugging out, bro.
Slumdog Millionaire.
You just lost dumb South American viewers. Thanks, nice.
You trying to say all light skinned niggas
See,
look
I
alike?
knew he was gonna take it there.
He said,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that
All
shit
my,
was South America.
all my hundos and Ecuadorians,
Yo.
it's like, yo, fuck nice. We ain't watching this shit no more.
It's like we are not the same.
Damn, you heard?
Hindu Indian.
Nah, that's
Nah.
all right. My fault.
Shout
I
out to-
apologize.
shout out to
Now,
y'all.
shout out to Indians, though, man. I
Bangladesh.
just had some curry chicken and shrimp the other night, man. Wifey chefed it up, man. You know, it was one of the greatest spices in the world right there. I love some
Curry.
curry, man.
Curry,
I
yeah.
love curry,
Shout out to
man.
the,
Facts though.
Okay. All right, well, let me get into my shit.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Look at you.
saying?
You had to, look at him. Let me get to my
Let me
shit.
get into my shit. Let me
Yeah.
let me switch this up real quick. You know what I'm saying? All right. No. All right. So listen, I saw the post about some people speaking on Laura London or whatever, and how she hasn't been with anybody allegedly since she been with Nip, and it made me think about the fact, I feel like today, because of social media, so many people aren't seeing real relationships. They aren't seeing people who are really in love. And it's because I feel like social media has such an influence on people. It's led people to believe that they have more options than what they actually have, right? So because they think they have all these options, they don't really give love a chance like that. You know, they just say, oh, you know, with social media, they have, especially women in general, but men too. If you're a good looking man, you got women all in your inbox too. Or they signaling to you somehow, some way that they like you.
I don't.
But
Not me,
women,
not me.
women more than men definitely believe. I believe. Listen, for real, I believe women definitely believe they have a lot more options than men. But anyways, so
I broke that down last episode.
I appreciated the fact that I feel like, and this is just
4 times a day a woman gets hit on.
Yeah,
4 times a day.
Okay,
Do the
4
math.
times a day. So look, this is what I appreciated. I felt like Laura London wasn't influenced by social media, right? She only had eyes for Nip, right? She valued him, she appreciated him, and that's just what it was, right? She didn't allow social media to influence her, which caused her to not give love a chance or value her man or anything like that. And in turn, she was able to find her soulmate because she gave love a chance.
Right.
And today I feel like too many people are influenced by social media, and it makes a lot of y'all feel like you have more options than what you really have. Because most people that are interested in you only want you for physical reasons. They just want to be intimate with you, and that's it.
Motherfuckers got
I just want to fuck.
microwave relationship.
Yeah, they just want to fuck.
Heat up real
pretty
quick.
much. And what that does is, if you're influenced by that, right, it causes you to not value possible good people in your life. You know what I mean? Because you just think, well, I got other options who could be just as good as you. But the reality is you don't. You really don't have all these other options. Just because there's 100 people in your inbox doesn't mean that all of them are as valuable as the person that you actually dealing with right now.
That's a fact.
The person that you dealing with right now could be of a lot more value to you and love you and appreciate you and possibly be your soulmate, so to speak. But because you think you have all these options, you know, because of social media, this is what I feel like social media has done. It's made you not appreciate people that could possibly be the one for you. You understand? So when people were speaking on Laura London, I was like, yo, you know, I think that the unique thing about her was she wasn't persuaded by social media. She wasn't manipulated by social media. Because I don't care what anybody says.
She's probably not even on it, though, truthfully.
Man, she could be messing with somebody. She could be. But
No, I mean, she's probably not even on social media. She probably doesn't
maybe
pay
she
attention to
wasn't,
that
but
shit,
still,
you know what I mean?
social media is a powerful influence in today's society.
100%.
And most people use it. You know what I'm saying? So,
with discipline, though. You understand?
I mean, some do, but
Yeah.
a lot just allow it to make them think they have more options than what they really, truly have. Like, you don't have the options you think you have. You know, like when somebody great comes into your life, right? That doesn't happen all the time.
No.
You know what I mean? But when you think you have all these options
Right.
because your inbox is full of a bunch of dudes trying to holler at you, right? You may not appreciate the diamond you have in front of you. You understand
like
what I'm
it a
saying?
lot.
I like it.
I like that.
Now, I'll just touch on your point. I call social media the human highlight reel,
That's all it's ever been.
right? Nobody posts they fucked up days.
Since MySpace.
Nobody posts they. So when you are dealing with your options, you're dealing with their representative. You're not even dealing with them. You're dealing with the person that they made up to present themselves to Facebook or whatever the app they on, right? So, like Nice is saying, it's an illusion of choice. Because no matter where you go, there you are, right? So if you have issues in your brain or whatever the case, no matter who you deal with, you're going to see the same issues, just a different face on the issue. So it's an illusion. And just to add to Lauren London's point, whether she was messing with somebody or she wasn't, Lauren London also was a woman that said probably the illest shit I ever heard when she said, when we date people or we marry them, we think we own them, but we don't. It's our chance to experience them. She said, I never owned Nipsey. It was my time to experience him. Now, if she's dealing with another person, we'll never know, but she moves with certain respect that, yo, if I pop out with somebody, he got to be the one. You know what I mean? Because I dealt with that man in such a high level. So whether, like you said, a lot of people, the options that you think you have, they're not options. And even if you do walk through that door, you never know what's on the other side of that door. That's just a person morphing into whatever because we put all our whole lives on social media. So you telling it, you're basically giving men, you're giving women the playbook, women, you're giving men the playbook on exactly what to do and how to be to bag you.
Well, you do have options, but the problem is you think they better options than what they really are.
Right.
The grass ain't greener.
Right.
It never green on the other side.
Yeah, it could boil it down to the grass ain't greener.
Right, because it goes back to what we was talking.
Being greener, it gets motherfuckers fucked up.
It goes back to what we was talking about earlier. Your wife or your lady, most likely if she been with you for a while, she seen you at your worst. Mm-hmm. And that's not the part you post.
We spoke on it about marriage. You know
But what I'm saying is that's not the part you post, or your options only see what you post, or they see the highlight. They might be the ones that fold when it get real. You feel me? So,
Yep.
tough. Yeah.
Hey.
It's just like that meme. You ever seen that meme when it says the picture of the shorty and she's like looking up at the sky? She's like, God, where's the one? And he'd be like, I sent you one, but you curved them.
But you put them in the friend zone.
Put them in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's fire.
Absolutely. Well,
and now,
you know, so I guess I'm gonna get into my segment. So I just wanted to say, you know, to all the women out there, you know, kings need queens.
We playing spades?
Nah, we ain't playing spades. We playing life.
Okay.
We playing the game of life.
Okay. That's a bar.
Chopper. 038. I'm doing drops manually.
Real.
I'm doing my fault. Yo, you said I'm doing manual drops. It's crazy. Go ahead.
Hey, yo,
sorry.
Nah, kings need queens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with the kings first. There's probably nothing more impactful in a man's life than a good woman.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? It starts off with your mother, you know what I'm saying? But like that woman that you plan on spending the rest of your life with, your queen, is probably the most influential person that a man can have in his life. You tend to be a man's inspiration, his drive, his ambition, whatever he wants to do in life, best believe that he has you in mind when he wants his house, whatever dreams that he has, whatever goals he has in life, he has you in mind because if you got a good man, and just me speaking from my perspective, I think about what I want to provide for my family. You know, I think about what I want to provide for my wife, what I want to provide for my kids, what I want to set up for my kids. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's about legacy, but I know that nothing that I can do would be without my wife, without having a good woman by my side. So
you be thinking deep. Your kids?
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't be thinking that deep. I ain't gonna hold you.
I like it.
Nah, I do.
I don't think that deep.
I like it.
So
Why not? I think about my kids. That's it. I'm trying to set them up so they good, and then I just hope that
what if they fuck it up though?
If they fuck it up, they fuck it up. But I ain't thinking further than I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. I'm just saying I don't really think further than that.
Nah, I do.
I like that you think of that because
that monster the chops.
I'm not saying you don't have to.
That's how the wealthy does it.
You got to keep it 100. I like that though, Chops.
So I think about my kids. That's it. Like setting them up and making sure they good, and then I hope that they make the right decisions for their kids based on the example that I set for them. That's it.
The reason why I think about my kids is because I know that whatever I do for my kids is gonna make, hopefully if I do the right moves, whatever I do for my kids is gonna impact my grandkids, right? So whatever moves I make to make my kids' life a little bit easier, hopefully depending on how I do whatever I do, is gonna help my grandkids' lives get a little bit easier.
Right.
So like I was just talking to the fellas earlier, like my whole goal is to grab a couple 3 families, and when each one of my kids turn 25, I plan on giving them one of them. You know what I'm saying? So they can have financial independence to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? That's a hurdle that they don't have to jump. My oldest daughter, her credits, we've already been building her credit for a few years now. You know what I'm saying? But like aside from all that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I think about my kids. You know what I'm saying? But in the same aspect, so like kings need queens, right? Like I said earlier, I touched on in the show, my wife was has played a major role in my life on where I want to go, my visions, just being supportive, and it's important. At the same time, a queen also needs a good king. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the fellas, you know, you gotta be that guy that she's willing to be submissive to. You know what I'm saying? Not just submissive all the time, but she's willing to be submissive, but she's also willing to tell you like, yo, listen, tighten your shit up. She's gonna check you when you need to be checked. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna support you when you need to be supported. She's gonna love you when you need to be loved. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, kings need queens and queens need kings. So, you know, play your position. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for love, that's dope. If you ain't, say that. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the kings out there that got their queens, and the queens that got their kings. Just continue to play your part. You know, because if you don't, you might have a little joint coming along trying to start some polygamy.
Right.
Be royal.
And queens can move in ways that
royal out
kings
here.
can't. That's the shit.
Absolutely.
Martin had Coretta,
vice
Malcolm
versa.
had Betty.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But what solidifies a king though? What makes a king? Because you got dudes out here talking about I'm a king, and
I think it's.
I mean, there gotta be a definition.
You gotta have a kingdom first, right? So you gotta have something you govern.
I think
Yeah,
I think in order to be
right?
so I
definitely
think
gotta have something you govern. That's
Right.
right.
so I think a king is the leader in his own domain. Right.
Fact.
So some of you motherfuckers be running around here talking about you a king and you ain't got no domain. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
In order to be a king, you should
They the king of outside because they ain't got no domain.
you should be a person that leads.
Not the king of
My fault.
outside.
Let me shut up. Go ahead.
You should be a person that leads by example.
You're the king
You know
of
what I'm saying?
outside. That's
You should be a
crazy.
person that leads by example. You should be a person that thinks for the family, thinks for your woman, and I don't mean like in the small sense, like, you know, let me order her food or she's gonna. No, I mean like your future, what you're doing, what's best for your family, for your woman, for your kids. You should be able to lead in a way that people want to follow you because you're showing a great example of what it is to be a man, what it is to have integrity, what it is to have goals.
PPL, protect, provide, lead.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying.
And
To me, that's my definition of what a king is supposed to be.
Yeah, I think that's a great definition. I would just add to it too. A king makes you feel like if I trust this guy, like he got it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A leader of not only your household, but also a leader of men.
Men, true.
Right? Because if I put my faith in you for something, Especially for like if I put my faith in you, I gotta know like, all right, you gonna come through. And if you can't come through, you're gonna tell me. So you gotta just, you know what I'm saying? I think it's all them things you gotta protect, ride, lead, and you gotta be thinking down the line. You can't just like a king mentality. You're not thinking about tomorrow. You thinking about 10 years from now. So you know what I'm saying? You think about certain situations. I agree. And like you said, a lot of dudes, they say that because it sounds fly. I'm a king, especially now. What's up, king? We call each other king and all that, and
they be fucking peasants.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of dudes is using that term because they trying to stay away from the M-bomb. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to say that. No
Everybody ain't kings,
I just
man.
listening. I'm like,
but everybody ain't kings.
You gotta
because you know
fucking peasants.
Your nice shit be personal, low key.
Nah, but here's the thing.
Somebody done pissed them off that uses the terminology king a little too much.
Everybody ain't kings.
Oh, nah, I definitely be envisioning certain people.
Like sticky.
Bro, everybody, but
kings, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's not kings. Some are peasants. Some are court
motherfuckers was kings and shit like that. Motherfucker, most people was peasants, bitch.
You're facts.
Some
what are you
people
talking about? There was only a few kings in history, motherfucker.
100%.
Most people weren't fucking kings
kingmakers.
in all civilizations. Most people weren't kings.
Right.
There was only a few fucking kings.
That's a fact.
So when you talk about a fucking king, you fit the criteria or shut the fuck up.
That's a fact. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
agree.
That's all I'm saying.
And on that note,
and understand that if you're a king and a woman you choose to be a queen, it's because she recognizes that you a fucking king and she plays a position as a queen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dudes, man, I don't know the first thing about being a king and having a fucking queen. But anyway,
just say his fucking name, bro.
Nah, fuck him. It ain't him. It ain't him. You know what I'm saying?
This my fourth album. My fourth album. That Ready to Die shit, that shit was alright. Yo, but my shit's more John Blaze than that. I got John Blaze shit. Niggas just ain't recognizing.
Nah, for real. It ain't even just be personal with one person. I just been a bunch of motherfuckers that's farthest thing from a king talking about we the motherfucking king. It ain't fucking king. Anyways, man, you know what I'm saying? Remember, a diamond is just a piece of charcoal that handles stress well, man.
Four dudes from the dirt with their eyes on the goal. Took coal, applied pressure, and made it a diamond throne.